camp, had a great
how'd that
afternoon.
go?
It's really, really fun. Had a lot of fun. Sean McVay came over. Torrey Holt came over. Blake Corum, who is going to play a huge role, obviously, for this team. He came over. It was a really fun day.
Insane to be in the presence of Sean McVay.
Yep.
It's something that you can talk about. Like,
he's a one-man energy wave.
It's just like he is so focused on whatever is in front of him that it's just like it's piercing almost. It's he is locked in for the time that you're there. He has an amazing memory. Like, he's very, very good at just like he does all the things that make you be like, I would follow that guy to the end of the earth.
Yeah. I mean, he's the best coach in the NFL. He's the best coach in the NFL.
I don't think there's
for me. There's no wrong answer. Some people will say.
I mean, there are wrong answers. Like Nick Sirianni is not the best coach in the NFL.
there are wrong answers, right?
Although
he's got right answers.
Nick Sirianni has one of the top winning percentages in the NFL.
It's not It's not because of him. It's because of his offensive coordinators and his talented quarterback.
Wait a minute, but he's had a different offensive coordinator every year.
Right, which is when the years that he has a bad offensive coordinator are the years they suck.
So who's hiring the offensive? Who's hiring the enjoying the coordinators? You don't think Nick Sirianni is involved in that?
I don't think so. I think he's the opposite of Sean McVay. Sean McVay is somebody who enjoys the input, and I think he has control over everything and has a good steady hand, which is why when offensive coordinators come and go, they stay successful.
Sure.
As opposed to the Eagles, offensive coordinators come and go, and they dip with the offensive coordinator. So I point to them as opposed to Nick Sirianni for their success.
All right, there you have it. Nick Sirianni, not number one, John, on Emily's list. I think it's fair to say on Emily's list.
He will shave his head in order to think that wins things for the team, and he also will bring his kids as a human shield to press conferences if he doesn't want to answer questions.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand that.
It's clear example.
Bring the baby, bring the puppy, whatever it takes to shield yourself.
He's on my list, and I have a question for you guys.
Emily's list.
Can I root for the Steelers and want Aaron Rodgers to not do well?
I don't know how that is possible, what you're describing.
I want them to have a good running game. I want them to score all their points on defense. I want them to I just want Aaron Rodgers to fail. Is that okay?
Interesting. Well, if he fails, your team will fail.
I don't know. Maybe he fails and they put in Drew Aller. I've heard great things about Drew Aller.
Penn State guy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, maybe Drew Aller will work this time. Also, why did the Steelers only get quarterbacks from Pennsylvania? So they go get Pitt,
right?
Kenny Pickett, and they go draft Drew Aller out of Penn State. Do they know that there are other states?
There are, by the way, so many quarterbacks that come from, whether it's Joe Montana, right, John? Joe Montana, Joe Namath, all those quarterbacks that came out of
Dan Marino,
all came out of Pennsylvania.
What years were those?
A couple years back.
Yeah.
Several years back.
I'm just saying, Pittsburgh, maybe go to California, maybe go to somewhere else, Texas, and get a quarterback instead of freaking.
There's no way. By the way, I don't envy you. It is hard to have a team where you root against one person on the team. I've never been in that situation, but I know Aaron Rodgers is on your list, and I know you love the Steelers.
You've been in that situation.
In what situation?
Where you did Manny Machado.
I was rooting for Manny while he's here. I mean, he took us. Was part of our playoff team.
Once he did the "I'm not Johnny Hustle," we were already down on him.
Well, I mean, he literally said, "I'm not Johnny Hustle. It's not my cup of tea." I mean, you're allowed to be critical of players when they say they're not working as hard as they possibly can. I don't know that that's the case with Aaron Rodgers. And a quarterback's performance is so inseparable from a team's performance.
You know what I love is that he said he didn't care anymore about what ESPN said about him while saying it on ESPN. And I think you do care, Aaron.
Right.
I think you do care, or else you wouldn't have said anything about it.
Yes.
Or else you just would have let it go by the wayside. So I'm just saying.
Aaron Rodgers, Emily, is a Hall of Famer.
Sure.
Turns out that he was kind of right about COVID.
Let's not even get into that, John.
Right. But I'm just saying, why do you hate him?
Oh, I hate him because of what he said about COVID. So that's one thing.
Okay.
And I hate what he said. I hate how he's lying to us. I hate how he thinks he's better than all of us. I hate how he lies straight to our faces, thinks that we don't see exactly through what he does.
What's an example of a lie that's bothered you?
His lie about whether or not he was vaccinated
whether or not he's vaccinated.
The way he answered that was he goes, "I've been immunized."
That's a lie, John. That's a lie.
Well, what if he took ivermectin? Is that I mean, it depends who you ask, right?
And I'm not going to get into every single thing that I believe that he's lied about.
No.
But I think that if
I think if the Steelers win 11 games, you're going to be very happy with him and them.
I'll be happy with the Steelers. I won't be happy with Aaron Rodgers.
It depends what he says on McAfee every week.
Yeah.
That'll decide how Emily feels about Aaron Rodgers.
I think he is, to me, just one of the most detestable kinds of people because he thinks he knows everything. He thinks
he does. That
he is
true.
better than you, that he knows more than you do, that nobody can talk to him, that no one can convince him of anything else, that he's going to bring the guitar to the party and make everybody else sit around and make him listen to him play bad music. He thinks his music is better than yours. This is why we're doing this before the crowd.
Wow,
during the show.
She is unleashing Aaron Rodgers.
Mace, remind me not to bring up Aaron Rodgers during the show.
Not at all. Let's not even go there. Holy hell.
And I would say this to his face, and also he would say it back to me that he probably doesn't care about what I'd say.
Correct.
And I think that's where we are, at a stalemate. So
at a stalemate. So go Steelers, but boo Aaron Rodgers.
I want them to suck so they let him go. Maybe I'll do that. I want him to suck so they'll let him go. So
you're rooting against the Steelers now?
You're
rooting against your favorite team?
Yeah, because, Mike McCarthy sucks too.
Oh, okay.
Mike McCarthy?
There you go. Yeah,
wow. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
it's
so who are you going to root? So you're now rooting for the Rams this year, and that's it?
I mean, I've always rooted for the Rams. I want them to succeed because I follow them every week. It's hard not to root for them.
Right.
They're in our LA. But I'm going to watch the Steelers. I'm not going to be happy about it.
That is Emily's rampage for today. She just went at it. I like that.
All right, Mace, challenge accepted. Do not say the words Aaron and Rodgers during the next 3 hours.
I can easily avoid it. We'll do the radio show coming up for you next. We're on the app, we're on the radio, we're on the YouTube. See you in a minute.
Radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go. 12 o'clock in the South Atlanta Live Imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence. So I hear we're doing 3 hours of Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Ahead.
Oh, see, he said it. I did not. He said it.
Apparently, before
Ireland,
the growl.
I did not break the bet.
Well, you knew Morales was going to try and stir stuff up.
He's a big scab picker.
Once I got a sniff of the scab.
Yeah, he just went after that scab.
Well, apparently before the growl at 11:50 a.m., which happens each weekday on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles, was a lot of Aaron Rodgers?
A lot of Aaron Rodgers. Emily is not a fan. I'll just say she's not a fan. If you want to know how much she despises him.
Just rewind the tape.
I believe she used the word.
It's on the tape.
Detestable, despicable.
The worst kind of person
worst
imaginable.
Kind of person. All right.
Yeah.
And that concludes our talk for today.
With that, let's do it.
Let's
the
do
biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland, your Tuesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
What's going on, people?
So here's the good news, especially for Mason Ireland fans. You only have me for an hour.
Oh, no.
And then I'll be back at 2, but I got a 1 o'clock lunch with owner Sam Pines. I may get fired.
No, I don't.
No.
I may not be
the
back
place
at 2.
the place would fall apart.
Yeah,
What would happen to the Morales morning show?
Yeah. It would have to be the
Bergman morning show.
By the way, today's Sua was great. He called you out.
Oh, what
He
for?
said you tried to stick yourself into the picture of him and McVay yesterday.
It was a picture of the three of us.
He said that McVay was like, hey, Sua, let's grab a picture, and then you put your arm around Sua.
The station said, we need a picture. Get over there next to Sua.
This isn't one of my bits. I'm not trying to pick a scab. This is what Sua Craven said.
All right, well, Sua. By the way, he's fantastic yesterday.
Was he?
I think he's so good.
Today he was really great, too.
I bet.
Now, tomorrow he'll be doing mornings again. We'll see if he can do 3 in a row.
The thing I loved about Sua, John, is that he always knows where his camera is. So he.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He will talk directly to the camera the entire time he's making a point. And he's super animated. If you're watching on YouTube, Sua is like a great YouTube performer. Excellent.
I think he's a great performer
He
just,
is,
in general.
By the way, yesterday he went off on, and I think it's totally fair, the Notre Dame finally comes crawling back to USC and says, please, we'll play early in the season.
Okay, by the way, this is completely what USC was asking for in the beginning. This is all Notre Dame's fault. I said it then. I'll say it again now. Notre Dame needs USC more than USC needs Notre Dame. It was a completely reasonable request to play that game at the beginning of the season, and I'm glad Notre Dame caved.
Yeah, they did cave. And, I was thinking about it, John. USC's got an unbelievably tough schedule. They usually play Notre Dame the 3rd week of October.
Right.
If that was happening this year, it would go Notre Dame, Ohio State, at Indiana.
Oh, let's just be honest about what this is. If they play in the beginning of the season, the winner of that game, regardless of who it is, puts themselves in a great position. But more importantly, the loser then still has time to save their season. Notre Dame almost did it last year. Notre Dame lost their first 2 games last year. They lost to Northern Illinois, and then they lost to Miami. But they were within – they almost made the college football playoff.
Yeah,
they were like the last team knocked out.
So much so that they changed the rules that if they end up in the top 12, they're automatically bid into the college football playoff.
Can you believe that? If they're in the top 12, they automatically go in. Now, John, I want to read you their schedule because I think it is comical. This is why they need USC. Notre Dame, by the way, 6-1 favorites to win the national championship.
Okay.
They open Wisconsin at Lambeau Field. Probably a tricky little game, right? Then home to Rice, home to Michigan State, lower tier Big Ten team, at Purdue, at North Carolina, home to Stanford, at BYU. That could be a tricky little game. Navy at home, Miami at home. That's a tough game. Boston College at home, SMU at home, and finally at Syracuse. That is a gimme schedule. If they lose more than 2 games on that schedule, they should fire Marcus Freeman.
I think the only game they might lose is the Miami game.
Yeah, the Miami game is it. Now, should that really be a national championship team given the unbelievably lame gauntlet they are running through this year?
I've got a problem with the schedule, but let's again have a moment of honesty. Mm-hmm. Notre Dame in the playoff means boffo ratings and big bucks.
Yes, it does.
They want them in that playoff. They need them in that playoff.
There you go.
But I just watched that movie. I just watched A Few Good Men.
So good.
But that's why. And, if Notre Dame's good enough, they'll do well in the playoff. But if they're having them in it, I'd rather have them in there than where did the Ches come from?
JMU.
Yeah, they were in it last year and got boat raced. I'd rather have Notre Dame in it than JMU.
Yeah, I guess that's well, obviously for ratings, et cetera. You're losing out on the potential Cinderella run of JMU, which I never thought was going to happen. But
We've never really seen it. Football doesn't have Cinderellas. They can have teams that are ranked lower.
Every once in a while they do.
I would argue TCU was a Cinderella when they
and Boise State years ago was when they won the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, they won a bowl game. They didn't win multiple games in a row in college football. You can upset someone in one single game, but you can't get like a Cinderella, quote unquote, from college football in the Final Four. I don't think that will ever happen.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys realize that after many months, tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., Brian Cohen leaves on his long-awaited honeymoon?
Oh,
that's right.
I thought you were going to comment
after a couple years.
I thought you were going to comment that tomorrow is the final day of the Summer of Schwans on the morning show. But
is that true?
Tomorrow is the final day.
Is that in honor of Brian's honeymoon?
I guess so. Hey, listen, celebrate properly on the Summer of Schwans. No.
Why is August 5th the end?
Because Sedano is back on August 6th.
Oh,
and now we'll have football.
And he doesn't want any of that nonsense?
No, he's appeared 4 times during the Summer of Schwans.
Oh,
but
nice.
Now it's like, okay, let's clean it up. Let's, enough Schwans. Let's get to football.
Yeah.
We're getting ready.
Okay, so end of Schwans.
Tomorrow will be the final day of the Summer of Schwans. By the
What
way,
did Sua think of the Schwans?
Oh, this kid is going so far in. We had to dump him twice.
Oh, You had to dump him twice?
And it takes a lot for us to dump on our show.
Who did you dump twice?
Sua.
Sua.
This kid has gone so far in on the Summerish Fonz. It's amazing.
When we're off there, I want you to tell me what he said.
And our Wild Fork reads we do together because about the meat in the mouth. He's really into that.
Yeah. Well, that Wild Fork is a great spot.
You guys stole that bit from the great Phil Hendry,
yes.
Ted of Beverly Hills.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ted's of Beverly Hills. I want to put my meat in your mouth.
Exactly right. So Sua, when we had a special at Wild Fork when we did that live remote, it was Sua's hanger steak, and he was talking about the hanger steak, and you get a free spice if you want some of that spice on your lips. Sua's a dirty boy. He's dirtier than Geeter.
Oh, really?
The
Because
Golden
Geeter
Fonz
is supposed to be a very dirty boy. I've yet to hear him on the morning show.
So he did Lakers talk yesterday solo last night.
Really?
Because Trudell is on a cruise in Alaska or something with his family.
That's what Brian's doing. He's going on a cruise to
Alaska.
Yeah,
to Alaska?
Cruise. That's right.
What's up with Alaska with everybody?
Yeah, penguins and stuff.
Beautiful.
Really?
It's during the summer. Great this time of year. Yeah, and by the way, BC, it's like Idaho. It stays light until like 11 o'clock at night.
I've heard, and there might be some, the stars, a little northern light action. Too.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get up to Alaska on the cruise?
Well, we're flying to Seattle, and then I think it's like 2 days to get up to Alaska.
Yeah.
I thought you took the cruise from here all the way to Alaska.
You know the 3 scariest words on an Alaska cruise, what they are?
Iceberg ahead.
Iceberg, straight ahead. Exactly right. That is, and by the way, and I hope you don't wind up on like the Legionnaire's disease ship or any of those things that go through ships. It's a petri dish.
I also hope
it's a floating petri dish.
I hope it doesn't become like the poop cruise.
Oh, the poop cruise.
By the way, those 2 Netflix docs, one is about the ship that didn't crash, but it fell over. Well, it did crash.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, Emily, Lisa and I watched this thing on Netflix last night that was unbelievable.
Which one?
Have you seen Toxic Love Story?
I have not. Describe.
Oh, it's horrendous, right, John?
It's almost indescribable, and you just have to watch it. It turns left, then turns right, then turns left again. And it's I can't even believe it's a real story.
Okay.
So check it out.
It's called Toxic Love.
Toxic Love Story. It's on the top 10 on Netflix right now.
Okay.
And as much as I want to go, usually
happened in Anaheim.
Right, that's the thing. Usually these docs are about like weird people in the Midwest.
Yeah.
This was like in Anaheim, in my backyard practically.
Okay. John, what was your most toxic relation? I'm just kidding. I don't want to know. Your most toxic relationship?
Probably this one with you.
Yeah, probably. And it just keeps going on. So, John, while you were gone, I don't know if you heard this or not, it was an very under-the-radar move. The Dodgers acquired Tarek Skubal, who's a pitcher.
Yeah. Here's what tell me if you agree with this. Okay. I love they got Tarek Skubal. As a matter of fact, we've got a bunch of people coming in today. Today the hotel is open here in Idaho.
Right.
And we have canceled all plans so we can watch Tarek Skubal's debut tonight for the Dodgers. I'm very glad they got him. But what's weird now is if the Rams or the Dodgers don't win the whole thing, the season is a massive disappointment. Would you not agree?
Yeah, it's really well, you know what? Let's be real about this. The Dodgers, I brought this up yesterday. What do you think their percentage chance is, just in your head, to win the World Series, to win everything?
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
Probably pretty high. Probably 30-40%.
That's it. That means 60 or 70% chance they don't win the World Series. So I still think, and when Stan Kasten was on a couple of months back, he said, it's uphill. It's difficult to win a third straight World Series, and it's really hard to do. They're totally stacked, but anything can happen, especially in a 5-game series. A 5-game series is what really scares me, because all of a sudden you find yourself down 0-2 and you're in big, big trouble. I do think it's encouraging that Milwaukee did not get Skubal, and we did. The Cubs got better. The Braves got better. I mean, those are sort of the group of teams. Philly, they didn't do a lot yesterday.
Luis Arise.
Oh, Luis Arise, right, at second base. So they've increased their talent level, and I do think that those are the teams. It's Philly, Milwaukee, Atlanta, the Cubs, and the Dodgers. One of those 5 is going to the World Series. But again, 30% chance that the Dodgers win it all?
I would say the Rams are about the same, wouldn't you say?
Rams are about the same. I would give them 30% chance of winning this. Yeah, think about it.
Nah.
There's 31 other teams, man, and anything can happen in 60 minutes of play. Anything can happen.
Dodgers better win because we're in a lockout next year. So
Now's the time. And by the way, the other reason to make that deal now, John, is because you make the deal for Skubal. You could sign him before you actually get to what, is possible becomes a salary cap, and you sort of grandfather him in as opposed to trying to sign him after whatever the result of the CBA negotiations are.
Yeah, I just think the Dodgers are going to outsmart everybody no matter what the rules are, don't you?
If you put a hard salary cap there, I still like the Dodgers to win it all. Those are the smartest people in the game. They are all in one office making decisions.
John, can you imagine how much time off next summer Mace will take if there's no baseball?
Oh,
God. Well, he can't take any more. He's taking off now, right?
I always take off the same amount.
No, you'll take off more somehow.
No, 3 weeks in the summer. It's always 3 weeks in the summer.
Chris, has Sedano been gone more or Mace been gone more this summer?
Oh, this summer? It might actually be pretty even.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've missed 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Mace is taking two next week.
That's the 2. That'll make 3 weeks
for the summer. Sedano won't be gone at all in August.
Yeah. I missed 1 week of the summer so far, and I got 2 weeks left in August.
Yeah, so I would say it's going to end up being about even.
About the same.
You guys are all about even.
Yeah, we're all about even.
Well, no, nobody has more actual on-the-books vacation time than you.
Correct.
Yes.
But I have.
You are the leader in the clubhouse on that one.
I am the leader in the clubhouse. Absolutely. All right, coming up next for you, Tarek Skubal actually spoke yesterday and had something to say to the rest of Major League Baseball. We will do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
After a crash, you are on the spot. You got to make the right decisions.
So count on peace of mind. Count on Jacob. Here's what I mean. 800-345-6789. Mace, you just count to 9.
Exactly. Count on a plan. Count on a team that moves fast. Count on Jacob.
Accident or injury. Call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. Your heart works hard for you every day. That's why taking care of it should be a year-round priority. Providence brings together some of the brightest minds in cardiac care, keeping you in the game with expert care, advanced treatments, and compassionate support right here in Southern California. Whether you're looking to be more active, make healthier choices, or stay on top of routine screenings, small steps can make a meaningful difference in your long-term health. Providence is here to support healthier hearts in every community. Learn more at providence.org/SoCalHeart.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, yes, indeed, a little Redbone. Who doesn't like Redbone? 12:16 on a live imaging Tuesday.
Big Redbone.
Good song, Morales.
Presented by Providence. Your heart powers every moment that matters. Our friends at Providence are committed to keeping you in the game with personalized heart care, preventative screenings, and healthy living resources designed to support your long-term wellness. Find out more at providence.org/SoCalHeart. So this young lady, today is apparently her first day at ABC 7 here in LA.
Nice.
Jericho Tran. She reached out to a bunch of us and slid in my DMs this morning hey, we want to get you on ABC 7 to talk about the Tarek Skubal.
Okay.
And I was like, listen.
Did you not do it?
Well, I just said I'm not your guy for
What do you mean? You're the star of the Morales Morning Show.
You want to talk schwans and stuff? I'm there.
You're the schwans guy.
I said reach out to Travis Rogers.
Yeah, did Travis do it?
Travis is interviewing with her right now in the other studio.
Good.
I was going to throw out your name base, but
no.
You've done enough TV.
Yeah, I'm a Channel 11 guy.
Is that the thing?
And I couldn't make it to talk about Skubal.
Are you wearing shorts?
I am.
God bless you, Mace.
The Don doesn't wear shorts.
The Don? Look, it's summer.
I'm wearing shorts. I've been wearing shorts since I got here.
But you're at the Idaho compound.
Right.
Still, it's summer. I'm allowed to wear
And you
shorts.
probably played golf this morning, right?
I hit golf balls.
Oh.
I did not play. The smoke from the Spokane fires is still pretty heavy here.
Oh, yeah.
So
can you fly out of Spokane?
Yes.
You
Matter
can.
of fact, we have a bunch of people flying into Spokane, including Jack Ireland.
Oh.
And I just got a text from him saying that they landed. So the airport is working.
Okay.
But don't come up here unless you have to, because and when I say don't come up here, Spokane is the whole city's on fire.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
And we're a good 45, 50 miles away from there.
Yep.
And it's starting to clear, but the smoke everywhere in northern Washington, western Idaho is really bad.
Hey, real quick, football season's back. ESPN LA and Waba Grill have got your chance to win. Tune in to DeMarco and Travis this week for the Waba Grill trivia question of the day. Win a $50 Waba Grill gift card and qualify for the VIP Game Day Experience grand prize. Waba Grill, an LA original. So last night, as Tarek Skubal arrived at Dodger Stadium, and he's making his Dodger debut tonight in Chicago. When he arrived in Chicago, here's what Tarek Skubal said when asked about all the complaining around Major League Baseball about him winding up with the Dodgers.
Every team could trade for me. Every team could make that acquisition, and I don't really sympathize with people that blame the Dodgers for anything they've done. They've developed a really good organization. They draft well. They acquire talent really well. They retain talent. It's a winning organization. Now the complaints seem to be because they've won the last 2 World Series. I don't think it was like that 3 years ago. So I don't really sympathize with people that are complaining because the Dodgers, do all the right things.
So here's I understand that not everybody can spend $700 million on a Shohei Ohtani, but you got to be able to spend $9 million on Tarek Skubal.
The first thing he said, Mace, is the critical thing here. Any other team could have done what the Dodgers did. Any other team. And they didn't. And so to criticize the Dodgers for doing this makes zero sense.
Right.
They did what any other team could have done. And so it may contribute to the lockout because the owners just want to make more money. But
this wasn't a money thing.
There are a bunch of teams with low payrolls that if the season ended today would be in the playoffs.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's kind of a red herring. It's kind of like the owners are going to do what they want because they're the owners. But they're going to – I mean, if they want to save baseball for next season, they're going to have to find a way to reach a compromise.
Look, here's the thing. If you're Milwaukee, what the hell were you thinking? You could have stacked Mizorowski and Skubal at the top of your rotation.
And the Dodgers didn't give up that much, Mace.
No.
They gave up 3 minor league prospects. Any other team could have done it.
Yep.
And they didn't do it. So I don't want to hear this. The Dodgers are ruining baseball crap.
Actually, we have a perfect example of somebody going on this. So this is going to be Chris Rose. He is on the Talkin' Baseball podcast
Love
with
Chris
John
Rose.
Boy. Yeah, he's great. And he really goes in on the Brewers about this.
People will say, we can't do it for just a 2-month rental. Really? How many World Series have the Brewers won? Oh, you could even throw the Rays in there. I'll combine them. How many World Series have those 2 franchises won? Anybody? That's correct, nerd boy. 0. So why don't we try something different? You know what's definitely on? Do you think that Dustin May is going to line up and everybody's going to be like, hell yes, that guy's going to pitch game 2 because Kyle Harrison's arm has fallen off. So now we have to trot out Dustin May in game 2 of the NLCS against the Dodgers. And you know who he's going to face? Tarek Skubal. And that's going to be a problem for the Brewers. I love the Brewers. They are a tremendous story. The idea should not be just to survive. It should be to advance. And I don't care. I am telling you this as a lifelong Indians fan who did not pull the trigger on a Randy Johnson trade, who did not pull the trigger on a Curt Schilling trade, who did not pull the trigger on a Pedro Martinez trade. I regret it. I would have given up anything. Hell, I would have given up this arm. I would have cut my damn head off to have a chance at that stuff. And we had a way better team than the Brewers do now.
Yeah, we
still didn't get it done.
He makes a great case.
It pains me because we didn't try.
Here's the thing.
I like you talking in the middle of Chris Rose. I thought it was good.
I thought it was over, but
it's okay. I thought it was good.
So here's the thing, John. If you were this close, and I understand it would be a rental, Milwaukee can't sign Tarek Skubal, but how many times are they going to be on the cusp of being a World Series champion? If there was ever a time to do it, with Mizorowski there, with a very productive lineup, this was the time to push all your chips to the middle of the table. They did not, and they will fail in the postseason.
Well, not only did they not do it, they let the Dodgers get him.
Correct.
We talked about the Dodgers playing defense. Make sure you get Skubal so the Brewers don't get him. Well, the opposite happened because Milwaukee wasn't aggressive. And Andrew Friedman just wins at this. He's just better than anybody else at this job. He's Sam Presti. He's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah, and he's got a bunch of other smart guys with him. That's the other thing.
Hey, what's weird, though, is because I'm sure you're like me. You've been watching all these Dodger games.
Oh, yeah.
The ones against the Red Sox, last night against the Cubs.
Yep.
And they just keep losing. They've lost 4 in a row.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
But what's weird is none of it matters.
Right.
Because none of the guys that are pitching, although Yamamoto did take the loss in one of I don't know if he took the loss, but he did pitch in one of those games.
Yep.
The guys who are pitching, Justin Robleski last night, Emin Sheehan on Sunday, they aren't pitching in the postseason. So I know you never like to lose games. Like Dave, you saw the Mace on Friday night, Dave Roberts just tanked a game.
Yes.
He just said, we can't play to win every game. I don't want to burn out my bullpen. And that actually did you hear him talking about this?
Yeah, I've got a clip of it right here.
Yeah, play it, because he got criticized for this. I'm not sure he should have been.
Here's Dave.
Never feels good in it, but then when you look back and you go, okay, we sort of reset, gives us a chance to win the game, but you just can't chase every single win every single night. It's just, it's not responsible, and it's just not the right process.
Very few managers would admit that.
Right.
That they were not trying to win. But Dave just admitted, he left that guy out there, Mace, that pitcher, who he was making his Dodger debut.
Yeah, Cole Irvin is his name.
Yeah, he gave up 6 runs. They immediately released him after that game. He's no longer in the organization.
Yep.
And Dave left him in for 6 or 7 innings. But because he knows that when the postseason rolls around, he's going to be able to throw out there Yamamoto, barring injuries.
Yep.
Yamamoto, Skubal, maybe Ohtani, probably Snell, and if they need him, Glasnow. That is a wicked 5 starters to throw out in a postseason. Those are 5 number 1 starters on another team.
Yeah, no doubt. But here's the thing, John. That even happens in the postseason. There are times where Dave Roberts in the postseason has punted a game because he wants to preserve the bullpen. It's a 7-game series, wants to preserve the bullpen for game 3 or game 4 or whatever that is. He has punted games during the playoffs. So it's not surprising that he would do it during the regular season, especially when they got 69 wins right now. I mean,
they're second. They get the second best record in the bigs.
Yeah.
What I think is interesting is what the Tigers president of baseball operations said. So I'm just going to quote the end of what he said. It said, because people are wondering why it happened on Saturday. Why didn't it happen on Monday? Wouldn't you want more time to field more offers? And he said this at the end. The notion that we should have waited 24 or 48 hours later and extracted more value, that's garbage. That's not how negotiations work. To me, that sounds like when Eric Spoelstra to Ramona was like, to the untrained eye, you can't see all the machinations of what's happening. I just think he's trying to cover his tracks here.
He also said, John, and tell me how you feel about what Scott Harris is saying. He says, we came into this.
He's the president of the Tigers,
correct.
Right? Okay.
We came into this very well prepared with a firm idea of the type of deal we wanted. We had a deep understanding of what every organization had to offer. The market was the market. The teams that were in, and the teams that weren't were not. Fortunately, in those situations with the player who is truly at the top of the market, who is truly one of one, we had the steering wheel, and we could steer it as fast or slow as we wanted. We laid down all the offers in front of us, and we chose one. I'm very confident we absolutely maximized the return for Tarek Skubal.
But I think that's easy to say when we don't know what was actually offered. Because you can say you considered everything. You can say that this was the best offer available, but that's convenient to say once it's already been made.
Well, but do you know him? If he proclaimed to all the other teams, make your best and final offer now. We're going to make a decision this weekend. And then he laid it out. I can live with that. But, if teams didn't have a chance, like the thing with the Luka trade that has so many Maverick fans upset is they never took him to market.
Sure.
It sounds like they did take Skubal to market.
Yeah.
Maybe they made the trade 48 hours earlier than they needed to, but I don't know. My assumption is they did say to everybody, make your best and final offer. We're going to make a decision this weekend, and that's how the Dodgers got him.
Yeah, and I also think, by the way, that the Dodgers in this scenario had whatever collection of Hope and Brady, these guys were guys that the Tigers identified as guys they want. I am certain that Milwaukee did make an offer. I don't know if they gave if they were offering their top prospects, their mid prospects, whatever that happens to be. But they liked the prospect package best from the Dodgers, and he says every team weighed in and made their best.
Hey, is Morales still there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Chris.
Yes.
How's your water?
Oh, let me tell you something.
Oh.
I told Sua, if he wants to be free, he's got to be able to go home anytime he wants. He's got 2 houses. He could suck on the tap in both houses. I told Beto, he's got to tell all his homegirls he hooks up with, tell them all.
He hooking up a lot now?
From Boyle Heights to Palmdale. Tell them to get a Life Source water system, 800-WATER-99, so he can go over to the homegirl's house and suck on the tap.
And here, to Chris's point, it doesn't matter where you live. Life Source will come to you. You got to get a Life Source water system for yourself. They have been improving water in California for decades. They've got an incredible reputation. Take my word for it. Check out their reviews. See what other homeowners are saying. Do what Chris Morales and I both did. Upgrade your water and your life. You'll be doing a happy dance and sucking on taps before you know it. Call the Life Source Water California factory at 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com because, Chris, you don't want to be what?
You don't want to be a City Water Skivozo, Mace. Don't
He
be
is.
a City Water Skivozo.
Mace, you are until you get this done.
I need
you
it
are.
done.
Don't be a scumbag, a sleazeball.
I will attempt not to be.
All right, Life Source Water, lifesourcewater.com.
Beto and I want to be able to come over to your house, Mace, and suck on the tap.
And do a happy dance naked.
You do your happy dance in your own time.
I'll let it swing.
That's not a plus.
Sun Hung Min is on a tear.
Sun on the right foot shot and in!
Since returning from the World Cup break, Sonny has been powering LAFC's attack.
Sun makes it 4 straight with a goal since the World Cup break.
Now the black and gold turn focus to the League's Cup tournament as they take on Liga MX giant Chivas de Guadalajara. Cover starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. LAFC versus Chivas for the first time ever on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hi, folks, it's Oral Hershiser, and I couldn't be prouder or more excited to introduce the new Oral Hershiser Chevrolet here in beautiful Chino. Chevrolet has been a part of America's story for over 100 years, built on grit, reliability, and doing things the right way. And that's exactly how we are going to earn your business at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. So come on in, say hello, and let us earn your trust. Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. Bulldog tough, Chevy strong.
Welcome to Milagro Tequila, where the sun shines, good times roll, and tequila pours. Take a sip of sunshine this summer with Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Shake up fresh margaritas with Milagro Silver. Mix the perfect paloma with Milagro Reposado, or enjoy the rich, smooth taste of Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Find Milagro at your favorite retailer, in-store, and online. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, nothing like a summer breeze while you're sucking on that tap on a Tuesday, a Live MT Tuesday, presented by Providence. When you're whether you're cheering from the stands, spending time with family, or enjoying an active lifestyle, a healthy heart can help keep you in the game. Providence is here with expert heart care and compassionate support every step of the way. I did a 3-mile walk between the end of the morning show and the start of this show, and I mean it's amazing.
Nice. How many steps you got?
I think I'm at 8,000 so far for the day.
That's good. You do 8,000 steps a day, you're killing it.
Oh, I try to do 14,000. Like last night I did 14,000.
Wow,
but
good for you.
I can't do it without the friends at Providence. They saved my life. Providence.org/SoCalHeart.
So, John, I think yesterday I came to the conclusion that Aaron Donald's absolutely coming back. Absolutely. Do you think it's absolute now?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked McVay about it yesterday. I want you to listen to his reaction and see if he gives it away.
All right, so I was going to ask about Aaron Donald, but
Yeah.
You've answered it every which way.
Yeah.
Do you want to try a different answer?
What do you want me to say? He's coming back?
Blink twice.
Yeah.
Blink twice.
Yeah, there you go. You can't see through my shades. He's on track. He's doing great. You know, we've got some tentative dates set. Like I mentioned, it won't be until we leave here. But he is working his tail off. He's putting himself in a position. You know, one of the things that I think is great is, you know, when he played those 10 years, he knows what it looks like to be able to put himself in position to be ready to go. And he's, you know, it's a rare thing where he's taking care of himself with these 2 years off. And anybody that follows the Gram knows that's the case. But he's a motivated guy. And one of the things I think is great is whatever he does full speed. And he doesn't owe us anything, and I really mean that and believe that. This guy gave so much to me, to this organization, and really he gave 10 years of everything that he's got. And if he's going to be able to do that again, you know, then we want to try to be able to figure out what it looks like to be able to add him and add value to this team. But, you know, we'll see. But so far, you know, things seem to be trending in the right direction, but certainly don't want to put the cart before the horse.
So on track, tentative dates.
He's coming back.
Trending in the right direction. I mean, come on. He's definitely coming back. And it is, I mean, you know what I love more than anything, John, is when I get up in the morning, I put on my shows, as I call them. I put on the Get Up, and I put on the First Take. And I love when they are talking about the Rams, and they have been talking so much about this team in the last few weeks, and that will extend into the fall because they are the team. And the thing I worry about is what goes along with being the team, being the Super Bowl favorite. And as Sean pointed out to me and Sua yesterday, he said, who was the Super Bowl favorite last year? And it's true. I did not know. I did not remember the Super Bowl favorite from last year. So it all starts in a couple of weeks, but I am so excited for this season. I mean, the idea of Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett chasing down quarterbacks is just crazy to me. Who do you double team? I mean, seriously, you double team one, the other's going to get you. It's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, but I'm getting back to what we were talking about before. It's weird that now anything but a Super Bowl championship is a huge disappointment. That's where I wish we would get.
But don't you say that about the Lakers, that you have to enjoy the journey, that there's sometimes you have to enjoy your way through it? Because you were saying, oh, Rams fans, enjoy this because you don't always get this. I don't think that anything less than a Super Bowl is a failure. That's just not true. If they get to the NFC Championship game and lose, that season isn't a failure.
To me and you.
Yeah, I will be devastated if they don't win the Super Bowl.
Right.
Devastated.
I think most.
But don't you
only
think,
one team can win the Super Bowl?
Don't you think that devastation is part of the NFL experience? Like, I mean, I don't know if you remember this last year. I would hate to go back and listen to this tape because I was so pissed off the day the Thursday or the Friday after the Seahawks beat the Rams, and then they had that stupid 2-point conversion and all that stuff. And I came in here, I said, "That's it. The season's over. We're gonna have to play the NFC Championship on the road. It's all is lost." Now, it wasn't completely lost, but in the end, that game is what got them. I think the NFC Championship game at SoFi would have been a different story than up there at Lumen Stadium. But that's all part of the journey. You're allowed to get up and down and emotional and crazed and all that stuff.
What John says is that it's a failure. It's a failure if you don't win the Super Bowl.
You know, the addition of Aaron Donald kind of makes it feel like, damn, if he comes back and we don't, that does feel failure-y.
By the way, meanwhile, John Ireland and I are tag teaming in the YouTube chat.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
we're
how's it going in there?
Well, you wouldn't like it.
Oh, really?
I'll just tell you that. Yeah.
Oh, then I'm going to go.
I mean, we're smacking around people in the YouTube chat.
I want to see what's going on there. Hey, Rams training camp. We were there yesterday. It's back. ESPN LA's coverage and content is presented in part by Pechanga Resort Casino. Hey, play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or for more information. John, I want to throw this out there. You know, Luka Doncic, since he has been with the Lakers, has done everything right, whether it's buying parking or paying to fix a Kobe Bryant mural, all this stuff. He does every little thing right. And here's another thing. He sent out an email meant for fans. And this is what he said. I took a real break from basketball the first few weeks after the season ended to rehab my body. My recovery went great, and I'm 100% healthy. Taking some time away from basketball is something I do at the start of every offseason. It's a different way to do things, but it works for me. When I let myself miss the game a little bit and try some new things, it only makes me more excited and motivated to get back to playing. Again, he says 100% healthy and ready to go. See, that's the kind of thing. I think fans appreciate that. They appreciate the fact that he engages with them, tells them what's going on, lets them inside a little bit, and in this case, very reassuring that he's 100% healthy and ready to go.
It's obvious that he has to stay healthy if the Lakers are going to make a run.
Oh, yeah.
He's had injury problems in each of the last 3 seasons. If he could stay healthy for the entire year, the Lakers have a chance. But that's, like anybody else. The same thing with Wemby, same thing with Jalen Brunson. There's a few guys in the league that are going to make or break their team's season, and Luka might be the best example of all of them.
Yeah. Do you think LeBron would ever send an email to fans saying, hey, I'm 100% healthy, I'm ready to go this season, I'm really excited to play for the all that stuff? I think that's what Luka's doing. I think all that other stuff is what LeBron didn't do.
Yeah, we're getting into a weird territory here because I don't hate LeBron.
Neither do I, but I don't think he engaged the way Luka engages. I think Luka.
No, he engaged with LeBron fans. He didn't engage with LA fans, Lakers fans.
True.
Yeah, I think that. Well, and by the way, I'll say this about LeBron: there's no guarantee that thing in Philly's going to work.
Hell no.
I think it is, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember the year we had Steve Nash and Kobe at guards and a front line of Metta World Peace, Pau Gasol, and Dwight Howard.
Yep.
And we finished 7th.
Yeah, this could easily be 2012 Lakers. It could easily be 2012 Lakers because we just don't. Anybody that says they know what it's going to look like really doesn't know. John, you know who I hung out with this last week, and I did an interview for the Mason Plus podcast?
Who?
Jeb Terry, the inventor,
no kidding.
The creator.
No kidding. Now, I've never met Jeb, but my wife, Lisa, plays tennis with his wife.
He is such a compelling guy, and you can see why he has driven this to such high levels. Cosm is an unbelievable experience. I talked to him. He was at Game 7 of the World Series. I was at Game 7 of the World Series at Cosm. Honestly, it was as good as being at the game. Surrounded by fans watching the game, it was incredible. The hall features wall-to-wall live multi-view sports. You can catch every single game. Take MLB to a new level like never before. Plus, movie experiences like Willy Wonka. I saw that. The Matrix, terrific. Harry Potter, I got to go over and see it. I've never seen a Harry Potter movie. Brian, what am I missing?
You're missing a lot.
I've never seen one either.
Yeah, let's go to Cosm.
You want to go to Cosm
together? Yeah, let's
together?
go see it. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. If you want information of schedule of events and how you get tickets, I'm telling you, once you see Cosm, it's mind-blowing. Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Cosm.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Matthew Stafford joining us here on DeMarco and Trav, the afternoon show.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
You got your weapons on your side of the ball. You look across and you see a guy like Myles Garrett all of a sudden. Take me through what it's like when you know you have a game wrecker like that on the other side. Like, how do you go through your process of knowing where he is and try to do the best you can to stay the hell away from him?
Yeah, when we played him a couple years ago, it was every single play is where is 95? Are we good to run the play? Are we not good to run the play? And that puts a lot of stress on everybody, right? And then the ball snap, you physically got to go deal with the guy, So it's a chess match, and then it's also just a physical battle. And we're doing everything we can to try to give him looks that he's going to get in the season. We're not just sitting there with an open side tackle and saying, "Hey man, rush the tackle all you want. This is what teams are going to do." He knows better than that. We know better than that. And so just trying to again raise the floor, make everybody better football players. And if we do that, I think we'll like the result.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Football season is back, and ESPN LA and Waba Grill have your chance to win. Tune in to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show this week for the Waba Grill Trivia Question of the Day. Be caller number 7 with the correct answer, and you'll score a $50 Waba Grill gift card. Every daily winner is automatically entered into Friday's random drawing for an unforgettable VIP game day experience. Listen all week on ESPN LA. Waba Grill, an LA original.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, we know you're no stranger to setting big goals, whether in school, at work, or in life, and you're ready for more. At UMGC, we offer the skills-based education you need to move your career forward. Learn how to apply AI, data science, and other emerging tech, plus gain skills in leadership and critical thinking. You've come far. Succeed again. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
It's Icebreakers time. Oh, right. That's right. The big voice guy.
Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Your fit-friendly vodka. With no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers. Presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
All right, here's where we stand. Begin August. Sua won yesterday, so the others have 5. John, you have negative 52.
Let's go.
Negative 52.
Let's go.
And the person yesterday, by the way, John, so you don't guess it by accident, was Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin.
Okay.
All right.
And I did not get it.
For 10 points. I was born in Pittsburgh in 1958. My dad was an automobile upholsterer, and I would describe my mom as somebody with a different job or different career goal every other week. I'm also an Emmy winner.
Okay, Pittsburgh. Okay. Pittsburgh.
For 9 points. I auditioned for the role in the 1996 movie Twister, but lost the role to Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I made a cameo in the music video for rapper Lil Dicky.
I have no idea.
Not yet.
For 8 points. I sold my stamp collection to help attend college, and I attended my freshman year of college at the University of Pittsburgh.
Don't know.
While I was in college, I owned, this is for 7 points, I owned and operated a well-known bar called Motley's Pub. At the beginning of my business career, I worked 7 years straight without a vacation.
Well, it's not Steve Mason.
Game recognized game. That does not help.
Still don't know.
For 6 points, at one point, I owned Landmark Theaters, but I sold in 2018.
Oh,
Ireland.
I think Mason got it first.
Yeah, that's Mark Cuban.
It is Mark Cuban!
Yep. Yeah, that's what I thought, too.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, he's a big movie theater owner. He's out of that.
I didn't know he
business
owned
now.
Landmark, but I knew he owned theaters.
Yeah, he sold Landmark in 2018, but yeah, involved in a lot of things.
And by the way, they shut down my favorite Landmark theater at the West Side Pavilion. I just am furious to this day. Although, John, there's kind of a renaissance.
Is the West Side Pavilion even still open?
It's now a UCLA property, so they're converting into classrooms and stuff like that.
Hey, can I mention that Icebreakers is brought to you by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated. Only 64 calories an ounce and made from Idaho potatoes, clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste and nothing extra. I got a text from Ron Mitchell today. Blue Ice sticking with us through the Super Bowl. Love it.
Excellent.
And they bring you Bergie's 3 Things in the morning now at 7:30 a.m.
Oh, nice.
When Bergie does 3 things about Dodgers baseball.
After the Dodgers
What time
season
is
is
that?
done.
7:30 a.m. I just said it.
Okay, I just wanted to
I just said
emphasize.
it.
I want to emphasize the benchmark.
Well, I had a different question.
Okay.
After the baseball season is done, will he do just general what Bergman is interested in 3 things? I think that'd be interesting. Like let's
I don't know if Sedano will let
let's
that happen.
dissect the brain of Greg Bergman.
Yeah.
Sedano might fight me on that
He
one.
may not. He may not go along with that. By the way, John, I don't know if you know this or not, but movie theaters are making a huge comeback in L.A. right now.
I did not know that. Why do you think that?
Well, Sony and the Draft House, what is that called? The
Alamo Draft
House are opening the ArcLight again.
Reopening the ArcLight, the Cinerama Dome in Hollywood.
Correct. And
Oh,
then
good.
there's
I love
another
that
group
theater.
opening the Bruin in Westwood.
Another great theater.
And the Village in Westwood is currently being redone by a bunch of movie directors, including
All right.
Jason Reitman, and that'll open next year.
So here's something you would know. When I was in school, there were over 50 movie theaters in Westwood Village.
Yes.
I mean, how many are there now, roughly? Do you know? I know I'm asking you to speculate.
I'm going to speculate and say 2.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'd love to see that come back.
And-
That was one of the really cool things about going to UCLA is you could walk to the movies any day of the week.
Yep.
And the thing, too, is like, it's been taken over by the bigger companies like a Regal and AMC. And so, like, it's funny, too, because in my age group right now, being, like, an A-lister is, like, being a part of an exclusive club. Like, I have friends who like to go to movies, but if they're not A-listers, I'm like, what are you doing? You're wasting your money.
Wasting your money,
like,
yeah.
I have my friends, like, I do a fantasy movie draft every year. So we do a fantasy movie league.
How is Mason not in this league?
Yeah,
Well, you
again,
were not
invited.
You're not asked. We started small this year.
Okay.
And then every month we go to see one of our movies that we picked together. And one of our friends does not have A-list. And it's so frustrating because she'll only go on Tuesdays because they're cheaper. And we're just trying to convince her to be an A-lister. But I love these small theaters, too, that are popping up in town. Los Feliz 3, the Vista, all these great places.
Those. Yeah, I'm looking for one right now. I was looking at that Bruin. I thought was going to be a really good one. And literally the day we started looking, they announced somebody had taken it over. But I'm glad it's open.
And if you're interested at all in what me and Mason are talking about, there's this nonprofit called American Cinematheque.
Yep.
I know we've done things with them in the past with like Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a really cool place to get involved in. And yeah.
John, you had a story today about pranks and whether pranks are still in bounds.
Well, this particular prank was interesting. So Charlie Hull is a golfer from Great Britain, a good one on the women's tour. She's female. She is very close with her caddy. So she set up a prank where he thought she gave him a scratcher ticket and convinced him that he had won $100,000 in a lottery scratcher game. And let him celebrate, let him think he'd won it. He went crazy. And then she basically went, April Fools. You didn't win. Now, some people are criticizing her, saying that's just mean. She says it's not mean, it's funny. What do you think?
I think it's mean. Jokes are okay. So I'll tell you something that happened this weekend. So my brother was just effing with us, right? He said we stayed at the Intercontinental Hotel, and he told us on text, "Hey, I'm going to be there too. he wasn't going to be there. I have no idea why he said he was going to be there when he wasn't there.
Well,
he's just yanking our chain.
Well, my assumption is he was accusing you of a humble brag, and he jumped on it.
He thinks.
Chris, don't you think that?
I mean, it could be, but this brother, he's a little wackadoo too, right?
Yeah, no, he's a special guy. But I will say there was no reason for the joke. He thought it was funny. We did not. It was a prank that just didn't work. Jokes have to be funny to all parties for it to work.
I think I agree with that. The joke, you have to understand that the person receiving the prank would be open to finding it funny, which seems like Charlie Hull's caddy would be open to finding it funny because they have a close relationship. They have that stuff. I think you guys don't know this about me. Don't prank me.
Yeah, M hates pranks.
Brian, do you think that?
You.
Do you think that prank's funny or mean?
I think all pranks are a little funny. I think that was a
little funny.
A little funny, yeah.
I'll put a whoopee cushion under your chair next time.
But Brian wouldn't. See, Brian wouldn't care about that. But Brian, if I came in and went, "Hey, BC, I had an extra lottery ticket. Here, you can have it," and then I somehow jerry-rigged it so you think you won $100,000 for about an hour, and then I come clean.
Terrible.
Is that funny or mean?
I mean, in the time, it would be mean, but it is a funny joke.
All right. Allison would kill me, though, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Wait a minute, Brian. If you walked around thinking you had just won $100,000 and an hour later you found out, nope, didn't win anything, you would not be pissed off?
Mace, we could call that the Chris Paul prank.
Oh, that's right, where we almost had
Chris
Chris Paul.
We had, for about 15 minutes, we all thought we had Chris Paul.
Screw you, David Stern.
Well, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
You don't want to,
but he is the one
fun
that
of
did
the
it.
dead.
He's the one. No,
100%. He's the one who did it.
Absolutely.
Remember, he came on with us after that, and we went, "Why, David? Why did you ruin our fun?" And he gave us some mealy-mouthed answer about how I was acting as the owner of the Hornets, not as the commissioner. And I went, well, then the owner of the Hornets shouldn't be the commissioner.
Yeah, that, by the way, a total conflict of interest.
Right.
You can't be the commissioner and the owner at the same time.
Would you rather right now? I'm thinking about the Kawhi Leonard thing. I'm taking us to that.
He's dangling out there.
Would you rather have a David Stern type commissioner, who this would have been solved a long time ago? If he was the commissioner, it probably would have been a very harsh
he would have
against
ruled
everybody.
With an iron fist.
Do you prefer Adam Silver? Let's wait to see all the evidence. Let's drag this out over a year. Or do you prefer the David Sterns?
Adam Silver has a political problem. And the political problem is this. Steve Ballmer has given no indication that he is going to accept any punishment. He says, I'm completely 100% innocent. So what Adam Silver doesn't want to do is issue a punishment that's going to end him up in court against his most affluent owner. That's what he's trying to avoid. So he's trying to thread the needle of doing something to punish the Clippers for what they did, but not making it so restrictive that Ballmer takes him to court. So if I'm Adam,
go ahead.
If I'm Adam Silver, I end this thing now. I do they're going to get. We've determined, Mace, over months of covering this story, almost a year now, that most fans don't care. They just don't.
They don't. It's a very in the weeds kind of story.
Right. And Adam Silver's job is to protect the game and grow it. And so I think if he issued 5 second-round picks and a $10 million fine, it'd be a story for a couple of days. We would all complain that it's a slap on the wrist and it wasn't enough, but then the story goes away. I now think that the objective should be make the story go away. What do you think?
It would be over if David Stern was the commissioner, right?
Correct.
In this particular case, I think the one penalty that should be issued, money means nothing to Steve Ballmer at all. Second-round draft picks, that's a fine penalty, but rarely do second-round draft picks amount to much. Ban him from going to the game for a year. Can't go to a Clipper game for this season.
I think he would sue.
Based on that. Well, but he's going to sue himself.
Or even worse.
By the way, what owner sues themselves?
He sells the team.
Well, to another rich guy?
Yeah.
Because I think that would be okay.
Well, look what's going on in Portland.
He hasn't won anything.
Look what's going on in Portland. They tried to find somebody to buy it. The one guy who gave him the highest price is now running that team into the ground. They like Ballmer.
Sure. But he also did try to circumvent the salary cap. He broke the cardinal rule of trying to work around the rules that everybody else is dealing with. And basically cheated. Now, when you're cheating the game, I think there should be a penalty.
I agree.
And the best penalty is you can't go to the game for a year. Can't go to any Clipper games for a year. What is $100 million? Doesn't matter. The man is worth $20 billion. Make it $250 million. It doesn't matter.
I think he's worth more than $20 billion.
Last he very well could be. I heard it was $20 billion, but it definitely could be more. In the end, though, John, that's the only penalty that actually leaves a mark is you can't go to a game this year.
True, but that's what I think he's trying to avoid litigation.
Let me ask you something. If Steve Ballmer sues the NBA, is he not suing himself?
He is, but I don't think the NBA wants the look. I don't think they want any loss. I mean, Donald Sterling tried to sue him, and they were able to railroad him out. They don't want Ballmer out.
Right, but he's a cheater.
Yeah, but it didn't lead to anything. It's not like the Astros who cheated and won the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, they were the 9 seed, cheat better.
Just come up with a punishment that they'll accept and make it go away. That's where I've kind of come to on this story. Do you disagree?
No, I just want it to be over.
And it's also because the Raptors might be the people that actually take
Mace,
the biggest issue with this.
What did you think Ballmer's worth? What did you say, $20 billion?
$20 billion, I said.
$132 billion.
Oh, my God. You could find him $1 billion, he wouldn't care.
No, it's in his couch cushion.
Yeah. Oh, that's unbelievable. It's a lot of money. All right. We're going to do some sports graffiti here. So maybe you want to talk about pranks. What's the best prank somebody's pulled on?
Jay in the YouTube chat. Jay, thank you for reminding me. We now all need to say a pat on the back to David Pingalore.
Oh, that's right.
Ping got hammered when he said the Dodgers are getting Tarek Skubal.
Yep.
He said, it's happening. I don't know when it's happening, but it's happening. And he said it in December.
Yep.
Ping, way to go.
Now, does he really get credit? Because he led us to believe that it was going to be before the season, not 9 months away.
I don't know. Should we call him?
Yeah, call the Ping.
The Ping.
We don't have to do it today, but we'll get Ping on this week.
We'll get the Ping on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Ping. He's a great guy. All right, 877-710-ESPN. Tarek Skubal. Does the rest of the league have a point in complaining
I'm
about
going to go get fired
Tarek Skubal?
with Pines.
All right, good luck.
You're not getting fired. The Morales Morning Show lives on.
Yeah, no, we love Sam. Tell Sam we say, hey.
If I do, will you give me, like, if I need it next year, will you give me a bridge one?
No.
Just charge me 2 points.
2 points? That's not enough points. We got to add more points to that. Pranks, Tarek Skubal, Notre Dame USC, finally happening again. 877-710-ESPN. That's 877-710-ESPN. Full strength. Mason in Ireland today. M is here. BC is here. Ireland's at the compound. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Yeah. When's the last time you played beach volleyball?
Oh, it's been forever. It's been years and years and years.
Right in.
Yeah, but I'm an athlete.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
I'm an athlete, and I would get out there, and I would be, believe me when I tell you this right now, you wouldn't even know that I hadn't played. I just would have fit right in. Now, maybe I never touched the ball, but I would have just fit right in. It's like if you put me in a Major League Baseball game and you stuck me in right field and no balls come out to right field, and then I come up to bat and I take 3 swings and I strike out, how different do I look? Guys do that all the time. I could fit right in with you and your friends playing volleyball.
And you know what? Some of those friends know you. You would have fit right in.
You don't think so, Funch? No. What do you mean, no? No.
He was mumbling again. I didn't know.
I was laughing at the thought of you trying to play beach volleyball.
But why so?
These guys, he's playing with like professional athletes.
Well, this guy played college volleyball.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid...
Nice. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Plug-in Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end September 8th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
After a crash, you are on the spot. You got to make the right decisions.
800-345-6789. Count the facts. Count on Jacob.
Count your options, then count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Put it in your phone. Memorize it.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And yes, it's sports graffiti time. 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And, of course, on Sports Graffiti, we take your calls. And if you're calling into 877-710-ESPN and you're calling into LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA, you're calling in on the Hard Rock Hotline. The Hard Rock Hotline, made possible by Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Bringing you Sports Graffiti today.
Experience gaming, dining, and live entertainment at the easiest drive from downtown LA. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You get to talk to Mason in Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason in Ireland. Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, one line open, 877-710-ESPN. Quick question, John Ireland. Tonight.
Yes.
I am emceeing the retirement ceremony for Javier Cano, who is
right,
been
great guy,
the longtime guy who runs the Ritz and the J. Any advice?
You used to run the Ritz in Kapalua on Maui.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So, any hosting MC advice? You're the ultimate MC.
Yes, keep it moving.
Keep it moving,
and remember, you can say one or two things that are funny, but you're not doing stand-up.
No,
you're under no pressure to be funny.
I'm doing a tight 5 minutes, John. Tight 5 minutes. Comedy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You'll do great.
Yeah. No, there's going to be
one
joke,
great.
and I'm moving on. It's not my night. Not my night. Let's go to Chris in San Pedro. Hey, Chris, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for taking my call. Just a little disappointed. I know everyone's caught up in the Tarek Skubal excitement, and not only did they get a two-time Cy Young Award winner, they didn't have to give up a lot to get him. I get it. But these last 4 games, let's be honest, have been really terrible. And let me ask you guys, is Skubal going to help the bad base running? Is Skubal going to help some of the poorest defense, especially from Kyle Tucker?
Chris, it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting you bring this up. I was listening to our guys Tim Neverett and Rick Monday.
Yeah.
And Rick destroyed the Dodgers about this base running. He says that in the last 7 games, they've been thrown out 7 times on the bases.
Yep.
That Kyle Tucker did it yesterday. Shohei had done it the day before. They keep running into outs. And, Chris, you're 100% right. They're not playing smart. And Skubal isn't going to solve that problem. They do have to get better. And, Mace, I keep thinking back to when we had Stan Kasten on.
Yes.
And we said, what's your confidence level that you're going to win a 3rd straight title? And he said, not very high.
Yeah.
It's just impossible, almost impossible to do. He said, we're going to try. But if we win 3 in a row, it'd be, the first time in 30 years. So it's going to be hard. You're right, Chris. They need to be smarter.
Yeah, they need to be smarter. And ultimately, I think that this is a very the IQ of this baseball team is very, very high, and when it matters, they will do the right things. But they've made some boneheaded moves in the last few games, and it did not look good last night at all. Let's go to Cameron in Lake Forest. Hey, Cameron, you're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, Mace.
Yes.
Mace, if you're right about the Raiders prediction, because I'm a diehard Raider fan, I was seeing you a case of monster. And what do you guys think of Clay Thompson coming into the Lakers?
About Clay is not coming to the Lakers.
Yeah, by the way, that buzzed around by some fake guy last night like crazy, and everybody retweeted and all that stuff. It's not
I talked to Michael this morning. Michael thinks that if he gets bought out, and he has not been bought out yet, that the likely destination would be Miami. But Michael pointed out to me on a couple of different occasions, he hasn't been bought out. He's in Dallas. He's got a house in Dallas. He thinks he's playing for the Mavs. But if he gets bought out, Miami more likely than the Lakers.
All right, let's go to Dave in Lancaster. Dave, you're on the Hard Rock Hotline. What's up?
Hey, good afternoon,
Good
fellas.
afternoon.
Thanks for taking my call. Yeah,
I'm excited about the Skubal trade, but I'm more excited about how we got two catchers to help because what we have with Dalton Rushing, I mean, the kid, he's good, but he needs another year or two in AAA. But if you don't have somebody behind the dish that can block the plate, throw out runners, no more pass balls, this is the little things, the chemistry between the pitcher and catcher. If you don't have that, that's huge with Will Smith. That's why we need Will Smith back. But it's going to take him a while to get back into the groove. I just want that experience behind the plate. So they, the catcher, he calls the rhythm of the game. He knows what he's doing. If you have somebody wishy-washy back there, it doesn't matter if you got Nolan Ryan. We're not going to, get nobody out. So I'm just glad we upgraded on the catcher. I really was hoping we would have got Hunter Goodman, but that's whatever. But,
okay, well, here's the thing.
Well, Dave, first of all, I disagree with your contention that Dalton Rushing needs 2 more years in the minors. If Dalton Rushing wasn't on the Dodgers, he'd be a starting catcher for another team.
Absolutely, he would.
If he played for the Angels, he'd be their starting catcher and probably batting 3rd or 4th. But Mace, you just hit the nail on the head. Will Smith is presumed to be the Dodgers catcher for the next 10 years.
Yes.
I'm worried about his neck, but he has started. I talked to Karos yesterday or day before. He started baseball activity.
Yes.
So he is slowly moving forward. And Mace Rushing actually got put on the injured list yesterday.
And they acquired Ben Rortvedt.
I like that.
From the Mets, and I like that a lot. He handled the pitching staff really well. I think his name needs another bow. Rortvedt is a very difficult name, but I thought he did a nice job handling pitchers last year, and he and Alfonso will have to handle it for the next couple of weeks. But
by the way, Rortvedt is not a starting catcher. He's ideal for think of him like Austin Barnes. He's ideal for a backup catcher. But that guy, Rortvedt, if Will Smith doesn't come back and Dalton Rushing gets hurt again, the Dodgers are in trouble because they need one of those two guys in the postseason.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Let's go to Alex in the South Bay. Hey, Alex, you're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing?
Good afternoon, guys.
What's going on?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on the Skubal trade really quick. As a Dodger fan, I love ruining baseball one trade season deadline at a time. I think it's great. And just like these opposing fan bases and media markets that are just crying about it, like, do they ever really understand that we're giving up assets to get an asset? Like, that's what kind of just throws me off is, like, they think we're just buying these players. No, we're trading stuff away to get better players because we know how to evaluate talent. So I love it. Keep doing it, and hopefully we can get that 3-peat.
All right, there you go. In this particular case, it sounds like it just sounds like the Dodgers made the best offer. They must love Zaire Hope. They must love Brady. They must love these guys. That's the only explanation for it.
River Ryan's probably the best player in the deal,
yes,
but he's got a very big injury history. If you study River Ryan, he's been hurt for the majority of the past 3 years.
Yes.
When he's pitched about 20 innings in the majors, so he's still a rookie technically, but he was very good. When in those 20 innings, he could turn out to be a really good starter for them, but he's got to stay healthy.
It just amazes me that the best offer possible was 3 prospects.
Well, but don't you think it depends on the quality of the prospects?
Sure, but it's on prospects. You have no idea what they actually are because they're prospects. What we talked about yesterday, maybe we talk about this later in the show, with the whole should the Angels have traded Mike Trout?
Right.
And you said, you can get two prospects for Mike Trout. You got 3 prospects for the best pitcher in baseball.
It's not volume, it's the prospect. It's like the players that they have scouted that they want. It's not just 3 names or 4 names or 5 names. If you would have thrown 2 meaningless prospects in there, it would have sounded better.
John's first reaction to finding out the Tarek Skubal trade was a text to us that said that basically Andrew Friedman fleeced them.
There's
and that's
no
what
question.
Everybody believes.
He did.
So the Tigers should have driven up the price.
But anybody that was on that trade, then Andrew Friedman, everybody put their best offer on the table, and they like the Dodgers prospects better.
I disagree.
You don't even think they listened to Milwaukee or the Cubs
or
anybody else?
I just think they could have driven the prices up more. I think they could have.
Common sense dictates that that's probably true, but they say they made everybody give them their best offer.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
that's
what
they
can
took.
you do but say, give us your best offer?
That's maybe what you say when you lost that offer, when you lost the negotiation. You try to make yourself look better because we never will see what everybody else offered.
We never will, and we won't know the quality of those prospects or anything else. We'll find out if Zaire Hope becomes an everyday outfielder for them. We'll find out if River Ryan is in their rotation. I think those are the two key guys in the deal. But again, I don't think it's the number of prospects. I think it's the quality of the prospects, and there were two top 100 guys in that
The guy
crowd.
who's having the best season of anybody in Major League Baseball in either league is Yordan Alvarez.
Yes.
He was once a Dodger prospect that they traded for a pitcher. I think they traded him for Josh Fields.
Yeah, it was Josh Fields, yeah.
Very rarely does Andrew get it wrong, but it's not the worst thing in the world if you trade a prospect and he develops, because then teams will trade with you again.
Yeah, you can miss. I mean, there are a couple of times Miguel Vargas has turned into a nice player with the Cubs. He was an all-star.
I will say he was good with the Dodgers, too. When they traded him, he was playing well. And it's one season to be an all-star, Mason. We've seen a million times that some guy has an all-star season and then goes back to being less than an all-star.
Right,
so it's still being written about Miguel Vargas.
Correct. But would you say that was a good deal?
Yes.
Okay.
I still think it was a good
that's
deal.
What they won the trade.
I just don't think that he was as good of a prospect as you're thinking.
All right. You end up an all-star, you're not a good prospect. I'm not sure about that. Let's get our friend Chris in here. Chris Ward is on the line.
Hey, congratulations,
Chris,
Dad.
Congratulations, man.
Man, high afternoon, y'all.
How much sleep have you got, Chris? Chris just had a baby. Had a baby.
3 hours of sleep in the last day. And, yeah, man, big shout-out to my wife, Alex Therese Weaver Ward. We had our
Very
boy
nice.
C-section. He is a trooper, C-section trooper. 9 pounds, 21 inches long.
Damn, NFL big.
Well, we hoping we can do something with the sport.
Yeah, there you go. Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
I
really
just want to
happy for
call
you,
Uncle
Chris.
Mace and Uncle Ireland and say, hey, man, the baby's here. Thank you for all the prayers. We appreciate everybody out there.
All right.
Yeah,
Awesome,
really happy
Chris.
for you, man.
Thank you, man.
Get some sleep.
Congratulations again.
I know that might not happen for a year.
Yeah, it might not. All right, so I know this guy. You know this guy. We all know this guy. Ken from Newport Beach is on the line. Hey, Ken, what's going on, man?
Well, first off, John, you see what happens when you leave for a week? Everything's falling apart. But it's okay. I'm glad you're back. Couple of points. 30 runs in the last 4 games the Dodgers have given up. They're 8-12 in their last 20. I used to be a Little League coach. There was less people making bad running in Little League than the Dodgers the last couple of days. And I went back and I looked. There's 50 games left.
Mm-hmm.
If they continue playing the way they are, under 500, they're going to end up with 88 to 91 wins.
Oh,
and they're
no.
going to be in the playoffs, not have home field.
Okay.
Here's where I'll agree with you, Ken. They have been very sloppy lately.
Yes.
But, Ken, will you not admit that the guys who are pitching during this 4-game losing streak won't be the guys who are pitching down the stretch here? Skubal's going tonight. I think Blake Snell's pitching a rehab assignment tonight.
Yeah, he'll be back.
I think Tyler Glasnow is pitching a rehab assignment this week. So you can't judge what the Dodgers are going to be over these next 50 games based on the last 4 because these pitchers are different. Ken, do you agree with that?
100% I agree with it. But you're going to have to win a lot of 2-for-1 games because you're getting nothing for Mookie and you're getting nothing for Tucker. You're not scoring runs either. The team is hitting .231 the last 15 games. So there's a lot of things going on right now, and you can't leave and go off on a vacation without helping.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
I will say this is the 3rd time this season the Dodgers have lost 4 games in a row.
Oh, no.
And we're all shaking in our boots.
Oh, no. By the way, the third Yankees, the third in the three-peat for the Yankees, they went 87-74. And they lost.
Then just flipped a switch
they
when the
lost
playoffs
15 of their final 18 games.
Wow.
And then went on to win the World Series.
And the Dodgers have never won a World Series when they've had 100-plus wins.
Correct. So, Ken, By the way,
I'll tell you one.
Ken never calls in and says, "I'm so happy with the Dodgers."
That's not Ken
his
is a
game.
curmudgeon, but
yes, he is.
But I will say this: I was pretty impressed with the Red Sox.
Yeah,
I watched all 3 of those games. What I can't decide, and I'm curious what you think, because you watch more baseball than I do. I can't decide if they're a good team or just a hot team. What do you think?
I think they're a pretty good team, and they added Adley Rutschman, who is going to make a huge impact. Another big bat in that lineup.
That's a catch. That's the Orioles catcher, right?
And he is a stud. So I think the Red Sox are for real. I think they've got the pitching, and Rutschman really anchors that.
If you
lineup
had
in a
to
big
pick
way.
today of what team was coming out of the American League, would you take them?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yes, I would. And that means another trip to Fenway Park potentially. I hated that World Series. Was that the 2018
Yeah, but
World Series?
you didn't hate Fenway Park, did you? Fenway Park's pretty cool.
But we lost, and that made it no fun. We lost that series 4-1 and lost at home, which is the worst because then the Red Sox get to go out on the field and celebrate. And do you realize the Dodgers have not clinched a World Series at home since the early 60s?
That's right. Again, last year it was in Toronto. The year before it was in Yankee Stadium.
Yep. Maybe good luck to
you
not
saw
actually
the one
have home
at
field.
Globe Life in Arlington.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, that would be unbelievable. When that happens, and it could have happened in 2017 had the Astros not cheated and had Yu Darvish not blown up. That was their opportunity to close out at home and win Game 7 of the World Series at Dodger Stadium. Did not happen. All right, speaking of Globe Life, John.
Yeah, I get to talk about them. Matter of fact, if you listen to the station, you may know that in the middle of last year, we switched from being the ESPN LA Lakers radio network to the Globe Life ESPN LA Lakers radio network. Globe Life's involved in almost everything we do here at the station. And they believe that the best protection is the kind you set up long before you ever need it. That's life insurance, and that's what Globe Life specializes in, the quiet protection standing between your family and the unexpected. Globe Life's roots go back more than 125 years, and today they issue more life insurance policies than any company in the country. Coverage you can count on and apply for in minutes, online, or with an agent. Build your family's defense at globelifeinsurance.com. That's globelifeinsurance.com. Globe Life, the official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Have you ever been in one of those 4DX theaters?
The one at Disneyland for I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah, same idea.
Yeah, that.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
The one right here, the theater here, is a 4DX.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I went over there to watch a movie one afternoon when I was doing the morning show, and I had something later that day, so I'm like, I'll go see a movie. I had no idea what it was, and I just went, and all of a sudden the seat starts shaking and water starts squirting around.
Smells.
And the smells and the fog and all this other stuff. It's wild.
They put smells?
Yeah, like scents. Like, so let's say you're entering it's an ocean scene. You can get like the scent of salt water in the air.
Oh.
Like they pump it into the room. They're
not going to pump locker room smell, right?
Well, they could.
They're going to pump funk?
I don't know.
Oh, that's, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't direct the movie, but I mean, if you can put good smells in, you can put bad smells in too.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app and live on YouTube.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
There you were, surrounded by fans, sharing wings, sharing drinks, high-fiving random strangers. Everybody remembers the game, but nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you until a few days later. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, you got a fever, your throat's on fire. So now what? Urgent care closed, ER slammed, telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You need a medical emergency kit. These are not first aid kits, everybody. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions, sinus and ear infections, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more. You can even use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care in a drugstore in your house. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. That's promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Hop in a John Deere Gator XUV for a day's work. Let's see what's on the to-do list. There goes the tree. And the fence. Not a problem. Because you've got a cargo box filled with solutions. Up to 4,000 pounds of towing capacity. And you're ready to roll.
The power's out!
Here we go again. The Gator XUV. Built for every kind of workday. Learn more at johndeere.com/Gator XUV. Nothing runs like a deer.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
John, you're working with God today.
I love that.
Hey, God. Hey, God.
Thank you.
The biggest show on the radio.
Yeah, lowercase G, not capital G.
Lowercase G.
Yeah, you're like
exactly
Athena
right.
or out there,
yeah,
whatever.
one of them
Poseidon,
like
yeah.
Mercury or one of them.
Steve Mason and John Ireland right now.
Rolling on with some yacht rock.
It's also a little
Today.
honeymoon music, I think, from Brian.
Oh.
I didn't think of that, but it checks out.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, what is there to do in Alaska? Do you know? Have you looked it up yet?
Yeah, there's a bunch of excursions, sightseeing, whale watching, bears, a lot of fishing.
The polar bears.
And it's salmon season too, so it's all, salmon
Right.
bakes, all this kind of
You
different
can watch
stuff.
the ice cap melt.
There is a glacier day, so
summer.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, well, good. I think that's going to be fun. And I want you to reach your hand right into that mountain of shrimp and grab a handful of it, man.
Well, I will say you might be a little disappointed with this, but it's no serve yourself on this one. So everything's served for you. So
You're
I'm
kidding me.
Yeah, I'm not touching anything that's
that
being
sounds
shared.
much safer.
It's a little more luxury than this one we're going on.
That's very high end.
Right,
Good for
right.
you, man. Good for you. Hey, tune in tomorrow, 3 to 6, for the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, live from Rams Training Camp at LMU. Training camp coverage on ESPN LA, powered by Waba Grill. It's for you. All right, so, John, you came up with this story, the student government at Alabama, I'm sure very powerful student government, has issued a dress code for what students and all the fans should wear at football games this year. And they sent out a color chart. It's
Right.
ridiculous, right?
Well, I actually wasn't as upset over this as apparently people in Alabama were.
Yeah.
So it was just a color chart. So they said, look, if you're going to this game, wear black. If you're going to this game, wear red. If you're going to this game, wear white. And everybody at Alabama got all bent out of shape because after they put it up, the student government posted it. They took it down 48 hours later after being ridiculed for trying to tell people what to wear to football games. Wouldn't you want to wear what it is a home field advantage? Like Penn State does that whiteout.
Probably for USC this year. I think that's going to be the whiteout game at Happy Valley when USC goes there and plays.
Right. So if you told me I had to wear a coat and tie, I would tell you to get lost. But if you're just telling me what color everybody's wearing, I don't have a problem with that. Do you?
So are they trying to do like a blackout? Are they trying to do like a red out?
Yeah. They're trying to get one color so when the fans are cheering for Alabama, they're all wearing red, or they're all wearing black, or they're all wearing white.
Maybe it's just the color chart. That seems so lame. Here's a
Or being told
chart.
what to do.
Yeah, you're not the boss of me. Stuff like that.
I feel like, though, the color thing means more to the fans than it does to the players playing. Because, think about in San Antonio when they did all the Fiesta colors.
Yeah, it looked great.
It looks cool for the broadcast, and it looks cool if you're in the fan stands, I guess. I don't really care. But I don't think the players in the field get hyped up for one reason or another if everybody's wearing the same color.
But I think the whiteout is a real thing.
Sure.
I
think it's
the
more the
whiteout
idea
and
that
the blackout are both real things. They first of all, you said it. They look great on TV. That's one of the reasons they do it. But I also think it does the fact that everybody is collectively choosing to wear white or collectively choosing
Right, but
to
how
wear
else are you
black.
going to get the word out? I mean, you need to do stuff.
A tweet,
like
wear
this,
black
don't you?
this week.
Well, it's kind of what they did.
But they say, here's the season: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. It's like
the thing is, I wouldn't have listened to them, but I also wouldn't have made fun of them on Twitter or TikTok or whatever. I would not have said, no, I won't. I just would not listen to them because I'd wear whatever I wanted to wear to a game.
Yeah, I don't. I think the outrage is very over the top.
You did it with the blackout for the Rams when they attempted to do that for their black jerseys.
I was the one that wore the black jersey that game. The blackout did not work. We needed a color chart. We are one color chart away from a blackout game. All right, John, this is interesting. Tony Romo, as everybody knows, had an incident where he was busted for drunk driving. I think they call it OWI. There's so many different. This is
operating while intoxicated.
While intoxicated.
Why? When did? By the way, just it's a serious question. I'm not trying to be glib.
Mm-hmm.
When did it change from DWI, driving while intoxicated, to is it OWI?
OWI.
I think it's specifically in Wisconsin. I think where he was arrested for this.
And there's also a DUA, right? Driving. Isn't that one DUA? Driving under the
this is
DWI.
You know who's coming later today?
Who?
We have Jacob Avrani coming later today. I know he's not necessarily this is the main thing, but he may know this.
He may know. So anyway, he got busted. It looked really awful. People have seen the video by now. This is what Dan Le Batard said about it.
You can survive a DUI or an OWI if you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. If you're the face and the voice for the league on a preeminent broadcast and they're already unhappy with you for a number of reasons, this might be the beginning of the end of Tony Romo and one of America's premier broadcast teams. And I assume that contractually they might be able to fire him for cause and get out from under that money.
So, John, is Tony Romo done?
It's a fair question.
In this job, obviously.
Yeah. It's a fair question. I would not fire him over this. I take DUIs or what's this, OWIs very seriously. I think there should be punishment.
Yep.
I would not use it to get out of his contract. And if I was on the jury, I would have a big problem saying this violated his morals clause. Other people, highly successful people, have had DUIs and not been fired. Now, the way I think this might end, Mace, I don't think they love him in that number one chair anymore.
They don't. He's not good anymore.
Right. So they may use this as a way to negotiate down his deal and move him to the 2 or 3 team.
Yeah, because it sounds like J.J. Watt is now going to be the 1.
Yeah, but you don't suspend somebody for this unless you're going to do something to them.
Yeah, no, I don't think he survives at CBS. I'll be honest. I don't think he survives. In part because it's a terrible confluence of events. CBS and the world not happy with him as a performer and performing a OWI at the same time. It's the driving incident plus the not meeting expectations that are going to mean the end of Tony Romo. And I think Le Batard's point is right. If he was the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, as he used to be, and got a DUI, he would be okay because he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Announcers are replaceable, especially when people aren't necessarily when people are highly critical of their performance.
Right, and I like Tony Romo, but you have never liked him,
Nope.
and I think more people are with you than me at this point.
Yeah. And I don't think it should end, the guy's career or anything like that. But I do think that driving under the influence is like one of the absolute cardinal sins in my mind. You are putting so many people at risk when you drive as loaded as Tony Romo was loaded in that incident.
Correct, but should it cost you your job?
Well, I mean,
if one of our teammates here, one of our on-air guys did that, would you be okay with that person losing their job over it?
Let me just turn it around. If I got a DUI, I would expect to be fired.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're not getting one.
No, but I'm not getting one. But I would expect to be fired.
Right.
That, especially if there was video out there and all that stuff. I mean, such a bad
and
look.
the video is very unflattering.
Yeah, it is really bad. And do you think he'll keep his job?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think he'll keep his number one job? You think he'll be working with Jim Nantz for the end of the season?
No.
I'm on the same page as Emily.
By the way, I think he'll be gone from CBS, and I think he'll be the number one analyst for Netflix.
Very possible.
Yeah.
Because all those streaming services are getting involved.
I know Luke Kuechly is one of them for Netflix.
For Netflix, yeah.
Yeah. But if he's the number one for Netflix, I'm not listening.
It would be annoying. I'll tell you, I'm glad that we don't have Tony Romo as the number one anymore, because he was super annoying to watch a game. Super annoying. All right, coming up next for you, Dr. Robert Clapper will join us. We will ask him about the electrical substation up at San Francisco's practice facilities. They've got a spate of injuries once again. We'll get to that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you're hiring, time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. We don't leave anything to chance. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get the right fit for any role fast. That's because their smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-ranked talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. How good does this work? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So no wonder ZipRecruiter is the number 1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free. Did I mention it's free? At ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter. The smartest way to
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Yeah, my daughter yesterday, she came home and she brought in like this giant challah. And then she made challah French
bread.
toast.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Challah French toast.
What's challah?
Like, it's not like challah. It's more like challah. So it's like a Jewish style bread, like a big loaf of bread.
And the challah is a big deal for the holidays.
It's kind of like
it looks like a trenza. Looks like a trenza, but it's bread.
I was going to describe it a little differently than a trenza. I was going to describe it looks more like a football. You know, it looks like a football in a plastic bag.
Laces the football, right?
Yeah, that's right. I got it. She actually put Nutella on the French toast.
Bergie, that's not kosher.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's not.
Did you put butter on it, though?
I did put a little butter on the French toast.
Was it kosher butter?
No,
I don't know. It was Lando Lakes. I don't know.
The morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour. Weekdays starting at 2 p.m. Choose from 5-piece dumplings original or chili crisp or a spicy boom boom taco. Pair with your favorite premium or beverage, including our new strawberry watermelon lemonade refresher. Both for just $5 only at Waba Grill.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. ServiceTitan, AI for the trades.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world has noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. The hard iced tea taste you know and love, but with an 8% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real brewed tea, goes down smooth, and brings your daytime drinking to the next level. Just look for the bright yellow cans in the cooler and get ready to dial up the fun. Big flavor, extreme kick. Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Mason and Ireland.
You know what they say? Nobody loses like
sneaky
Steve
bastard.
Mason.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it pays to be a loser, people.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
If you're a loser, it pays.
Back to the guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is the Clapper. Doc, how are you?
How are you?
How are you?
All right, Dr. Clapper, we've asked you about this in the past, but we haven't brought it up in a long time. And I'm curious, in your opinion, is this something or nothing? Another 49er got hurt. This time it's Ricky Pearsall, surgery on his torn PCL. Several different players have been hurt for the Niners, and their practice facility is next to an electrical substation. Some people say this is something. Other people say it is nothing. Dr. Clapper, in your opinion, is that something or nothing?
Well, as my wife says, I never answer the question, so I'm going to do my best to give you an answer, and then I'm going to let the really smart listener and smart hosts decide.
Okay.
When you break your arm, this long bone is now in two pieces. It used to be one piece. If I put you in a cast, that bleeding that occurs under the skin between the two bone edges forms a clot, and then the clot gets calcified. It's a wonderful cascade of healing that takes place. We know that what stimulates the bone cell, called an osteo, which is in Latin bone, blast, making bone, what signals the osteoblast, the bone cell, to lay down mineral on that blood clot and make callus, a healing bone, in just a normal fracture, will only occur under compression, that the bones need to be touching and squeezed together. That's why we put plates and screws to get those two bones to not just touch, but to be squeezed together under compression. We know microelectrically that a charge develops when that crystal of bone is under compression. It becomes electronegative. It's like you can put a battery there.
Okay.
The opposite occurs when you put tension on a bone. It becomes electropositive. So there are gadgets we have when bones don't go on to heal. It's called PEMF, pulsating electromagnetic fields. We literally put on top of the cast something that makes an electric charge to stimulate the osteoblast to go to work. That's my answer to your question. Our body, I put EKG leads on your chest right now. You know what we're going to see? We're going to see electrical signals that make your heart work. That's how our body works. That's how your brain is thinking. These are cells that have charges. So they've done studies. I'm not here to throw the 49ers under the bus, even though I'm a Rams fan like Steve Mason, and I'm not a Raider fan, although got to respect them. But the reality is they've done studies that show, leave us alone, it's okay. But my answer to your question is, everything happens in healing in our body electrically.
Interesting.
So that's inconclusive, would you say?
Well, if you ever take statistics, Steve.
Yes.
You flip a coin. It's 50-50 if it's going to be heads or tails, right?
Right.
But there was a British statistician, mathematician named Bayes. This was like a moment in my life when I felt normal, because when you study statistics, here was this guy Bayes who came along who said, when you flip that coin 20 times in a row and every time it's heads, I'm supposed to tell you the next time you flip it, it's a 50-50 chance, heads or tail. And yet it's only been heads for the last 20 times.
Right.
So Bayes, the Bayesian theorem is maybe it won't be 50-50 the next time. Is he right? Is he wrong? I would agree with Bayes that something's up. But everyone else will say you're an idiot. It's 50-50 every time you flip the coin.
Okay, so let's go back to the Niners. Aside from the electrical substation, Ricky Pearsall, who's their second wide receiver, along with Mike Evans. They added Deebo Samuel again the other day. Ricky Pearsall, surgery on his torn PCL. What is that injury? How long does it take to recover? When could he be back?
So you guys just talk about whether it's going to happen or not going to happen with Klay Thompson, who tore his ACL in the NBA and has made a wonderful comeback and recovery from an ACL. Look at Patrick Mahomes. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Look at Tom Brady. I go down the list.
Yep.
We are very good at fixing the anterior. That's what the A is for, because it's in front. Cruciate, which means cross. So just cross your fingers. The crossing of the ligament in the center of the knee joint helps with rotation because they're crossed. The anterior cruciate ligament. We are really good in 2026 at fixing that torn ligament, the anterior cruciate. What we're not good at, even in 2026, this is my opinion, and the statistics are there, we're just not great with the same kind of results fixing the posterior cruciate. Why is that? So you ready for a clapper vision?
Yes,
Here we go.
Ready.
You're wearing a shirt and it's got a button. If I say, Steve, your top button is unbuttoned, can you button your button on your shirt? Yes, Dr. Clapper. And you take your left hand, you hold the fabric where the buttonhole is, and you take your other hand and you grab the fabric where the button is. And no big deal, bing, bang, boom, you now feed that button through the buttonhole. Take you less than 2 seconds, right?
Right.
But what if I said to you, Steve, I'm only going to let you button that button in the buttonhole with one hand. Think about how awkward that is, right?
Tough. Right?
It's not so easy. You got to hold the fabric, now the button. You can still do it. You're very coordinated, but it's not the same. It's so much. Well, when we go to operate on the posterior cruciate ligament, there's 3 things that make it problematic for us as surgeons. Number 1, it's way in the back of your knee. So our portals, where we stick our fiber optic tools, we generally work from the front. So to get to way in the back of the knee, while we're inside your knee, we're heading towards where the artery and the nerve, we call it tiger country. You don't want to be walking around in tiger country. You're getting close to where really bad things can happen if you have one mishap. So you're getting to a dangerous part in the back of the knee, and it's also difficult to see back there, even with our wonderful new technology with the scopes. So it's in the back of the knee. It's a difficult area to work in because you just can't see as well. Number 2, when we feed the new ligament through the tunnels we drill in the bone, you got to make really, really sharp turns for the posterior cruciate ligament reconstruction. You don't really have to do that for the ACL reconstructions. And those sharp turns make it very difficult to pass the new graft. And finally, the third problem is just in general walking around, there is constant strain on the back of the knee, which the ACL really doesn't have to deal with. So you're stretching out with every step you take the ligament that you just repaired that you want to hold still in the tunnel. Those 3 things, in my opinion, make that injury. God bless him. Let's say he's a wonderful athlete, Ricky Pearsall. He's at least going to be out a year. He's going to miss the whole season. But he tried to treat it non-operatively. He had too much swelling in the beginning of this training camp. He injured it in way back when, since week 4 against the Jaguars last season. They tried non-surgical, which is what we prefer to do for this injury, but it's now swelling in training camp, so he's having the surgery. Good luck to him. We wish him the best. He's an amazing athlete, but this is a tough one to come back as a wide receiver from.
Great stuff, Dr. Clapper, as
so
usual,
much, man.
Thanks again. This is awesome stuff. We don't get this anywhere else.
And don't forget the Weekend Warrior Show every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. with the Dr. Robert Clapper. Great to see you, Doc. Thanks for coming on, man.
We all love you. Thank you so much. Bye.
All right, there's Dr. Clapper. All right, I got a couple questions for you coming up, John. One, Who do you think at the moment is the National League most valuable player? And I've got a really stupid conspiracy from one of the candidates. That is coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. You know, our friend. I saw him at Rams training camp last week. Great guy, fantastic guy that's part of our community, official legal partner of the Lakers, of the Rams, of LAFC. Just a terrific guy who I trusted right after I had an accident, and you should do the same.
Jacob Imrani, who you will hear on the show later today, is a lawyer that we trust implicitly. And here's how you get a hold of him. 800-345-6789. That's right. I just counted from 3 to 9. 800-345-6789. And Mace, one of the things we stress, but I don't know if we stress it enough, is that there is no risk when you call that number. You get a free consultation, and if Jacob takes your case, you only pay him if he wins.
That's right.
And so you've got nothing to lose by calling 800-345-6789.
Yeah, and by the way, if you've got a case with another attorney and you want a second opinion, another reason to call Jacob. He is there for you. Remember that phone number. John, the number is
800-345-6789.
Or call jacob.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Are you the birthday day person, birthday week, birthday month? Because he strikes me as the birthday month. I was going to guess the same.
Wow. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Actually, no, not birthday month. No. I think when I was younger, I was like, oh, birthday week, because I would travel and I would celebrate for that week that I would travel. But I don't like weeks.
Take advantage. Take advantage. Who cares?
Like
if people want to do a week's worth of stuff for you.
Absolutely. Do you do a week? A day. Barely.
Tops.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah.
A day.
Yay.
If I get an hour, I'm like, hell yeah, what a day.
You know what? I might get a text from the kids, happy birthday, and then Susan and I will go get something to eat. Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the birthday.
I have to tell Riley, hey, it's my birthday in a couple days. Can you write me a card, please?
Yeah, something.
And that's the end. But I
Really?
ask for the card.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
I'm here with Angelica, and getting a DUI is serious business, isn't it?
It's a process, Cappy, and if you don't take action within 10 days, you run the risk of some pretty serious consequences. Start by calling or going to fixmydui.org. One of many things Fix My DUI does is help individuals rebuild their lives through stability and reducing the risk of future mistakes. We do this through education and ongoing support.
So the first thing you do,
visit fixmydui.org or call 888-607-7077. We can help.
Los Angeles, your Rams have reloaded, and they're ready to kick off their 2026 campaign. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett joins reigning MVP Matthew Stafford to lead the Rams into massive matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, and more. To experience every matchup live and enjoy home playoff ticket access, plus interest-free monthly payment plans and stadium event presale access, visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Get your Rams season tickets today.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, Huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. ServiceTitan, AI for the trades.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. The biggest show on the radio, this is Mason in Ireland. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
This song came out on this date in 2009, John. Miley Cyrus, who always looks like she's having the best time of anybody at the party.
Amen.
Good for her.
I think she would make a good Super Bowl halftime show. And hear me out. She has a wider range than you're thinking. Her singles, you will know the singles.
Yep.
It's going to be Party in the USA. It's going to be Wrecking Ball. It's going to be Flowers, a song she won a Grammy for.
Yep.
I think a lot of times, too, the acts for these Super Bowl halftime shows, Bad Bunny is an exception from last year, but a lot of times it's people who are wanting to push something else recently. So, like, were relevant maybe 5 years ago and are trying to come back to relevancy. And so I would love to see Miley, and I think she would have great special guests.
Yes.
She's the goddaughter of Dolly Parton.
Yep.
I could see Dolly Parton coming out. I could see her collabing with maybe the Jonas Brothers or something.
Yeah.
I could see a lot of other people wanting to perform with Miley.
Ireland, what do you think? Miley Cyrus as a halftime show at the Super Bowl.
Like it. I've told this story before that our friend Jeff Blake at Saturday Night Live says that they love when Miley comes because they can put her in any skit. She can play any song. She just totally gets it. Everybody that works with her loves her. I think it would be great. By the way, did you guys see who her dad, Billy Ray, is dating?
No.
Emily, you know, right?
I don't. Tell me.
This is a poll by Billy Ray Cyrus.
Okay.
Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh, wow.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Tell me who Elizabeth Hurley is.
You don't know?
I don't know right off the top of my head.
All right. Well, she became famous. She's a British model. She became famous because she was Hugh Grant's girlfriend
right.
for years, including when he got caught in Beverly Hills at the parking lot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But Emily, she is, Google her. She's in her 50s. She might even be 60 now. She looks like she's 20. Yeah, she looks like she's 25.
She's a little famous for being famous.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not had a lot of like really significant.
And she was on a show for a while, Em, that I'm surprised you didn't watch, called The Royals.
Yeah, The Royals.
Oh yeah,
that was really good.
Probably Austin Powers is the thing that jumps out at me.
Also wasn't an Austin Powers person, but I will say that's a match made in heaven because Billy Ray Cyrus is known basically for being famous. Well, 2 one-hit wonders. Basically, so 2-hit wonder,
right?
With the Achy Breaky Heart, and then again with the Old Town Road that happened a couple years ago, and then having a famous child.
Wait a minute, Old Town Road, the Lil Nas X song?
Yes,
that was Lil Nas X and him.
Yeah,
Billy
he
Ray.
does the actual singing.
He does the deep parts.
Yes,
like if you listen to that song, there's somebody with a super deep voice. And then Lil Nas X is kind of rapping.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a
deep
great
voice.
song.
He does the actual singing in the song.
Is he still rocking a mullet? Is that just
Yes.
signature?
Well, long hair. He looks a little bit like Keith Urban right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so John, I want to have this conversation. By the way, football season back. ESPN LA and Waba Grill, they got your chance to win. Tune in to DeMarco and Travis, the afternoon show this week for the Waba Grill trivia question of the day. Win a $50 Waba Grill gift card and qualify for the VIP Game Day Experience Grand Prize. Waba Grill, an LA original. John, who is the most valuable player in the National League right now? If they were to have the vote right now, who would win?
If Shohei doesn't pitch again, I think Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs wins it. If Shohei pitches again, I think Shohei becomes the favorite.
So let's lay out the case a little bit and see.
Okay.
They are so close offensively. They are both batting .290.
By the way, the American League's a lock for Yordan Alvarez.
Oh, yeah. Shohei and PCA both batting .290. PCA 23 home runs, Shohei 22. Shohei 61 RBIs, PCA 60. OPS for Pete Crow Armstrong is 932. Shohei's 907. Here's a separator. PCA is probably the best defensive center fielder in the game. But
And he's kind of the engine for the Cubs, and the Cubs have been much better since the All-Star break.
Wins above replacement, identical, 5.6. Here's the thing. The difference to me is Shohei's 8-2 with a .179 ERA and 14 starts. But you're right, John. I think if he doesn't come back to pitch, it's a traveling trophy. I think they like to award somebody else, especially when they're having a peak season. I have a feeling this MVP is going to go to Armstrong.
If Shohei doesn't pitch again. I think if Shohei pitches in August and September, and let's say picks up 5 more wins, I don't know how you don't vote for him. If their stats are as close as you just laid out, basically they're the same guy.
They're the same guy, yeah.
If Shohei then also pitches and has an ERA under 3, you got to give it to him, don't you?
Yeah, I think you do. Em, what do you think?
I think, and this is my case for Cal Raleigh last year, is that you might not get another season like this for PCA. And Ohtani is not necessarily, again, if he pitches, if he doesn't pitch, even if he does pitch again, I think last 2 years MVP is a better version than this year's Ohtani, or competing against your previous self. So I think this is a year that you should award somebody like PCA, so that when we look back at the winners of the MVP awards, to understand that this year was really significant for PCA.
Big year for PCA. But again, I think that, don't you agree that if Ohtani comes back, and John suggested 5 more wins, if he winds up with 13 wins for the year, do you not think you'd give it to Shohei Ohtani?
I would still give it to PCA. I think we're not getting in a year like this again. His defense does matter. I know you put those statistics out there. Yep. And if he's the best defensive center fielder, you said, and Ohtani is not the best pitcher. Ohtani is not the best pitcher in the MLB this year. So if you're saying best in the defensive for PCA and not the best in the defensive with pitching for Ohtani, then give it to PCA.
Here's another interesting measurement. PCA has struck out 99 times this season. Shohei Ohtani has 95 strikeouts as a pitcher. See, to me, that's such a compelling.
Well, how many outs has PCA caught in the outfield? Like, are we going to do that now?
No, we are absolutely going to do that. We can hold that. And in discussing the two, we can keep in mind that one is a DH and one is an elite center fielder.
No, I'm just saying, you're giving the idea that he has 95 he has thrown 95 strikeouts?
Thrown 95 strikeouts.
Okay. So,
versus PCA striking out 99 times.
Right. But I don't think you can compare those two because it's two different positions.
Right, and I don't
think...
So
if we're going to compare how many outs PCA has made in the outfield, is a better comparison than how many strikeouts Ohtani has done.
I say kind of get back to me after the season is over and see if Shohei Ohtani bounces back, but it's very hard to believe that a guy with a .172 ERA and 12 starts is not going to win the MVP. I hope he comes back, and I hope he wins it, but I have a feeling PCA's probably got the advantage.
I'm in favor of spreading the award around if there are other eligible worthy candidates, and I think PCA is a worthy candidate because I don't want what happened to Cal Raleigh to happen to PCA, where the year after he has no chance and he should have won the year prior.
I want to play something, John. This is stupid. I'm going to tell you right up front. It's PCA. He's on a podcast with Kristen Cavallari.
And not true. So let's also say that, too.
Yeah,
what he's going to say is not true.
What he says is not true. It's his personal conspiracy. Listen to this.
This is going to be crazy.
I love it.
Babe Ruth never existed is one that I like.
Oh, my God. Really? He never existed.
I heard some pitcher with the Mariners, what's his name? Salcedo? You remember him?
Salcedo, yeah, lefty.
I think he did some podcast on Zoom when he was like going down the rabbit hole with somebody about how Babe Ruth never existed. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. Like,
there you have it. Babe Ruth never existed. That is his conspiracy because some guy with the Mariners, Salcedo, said it on a podcast, which is enough for me. When Salcedo speaks on a podcast, I listen.
It's the ping.
Exactly. He's like the ping. Now, John, you're a big conspiracy guy.
I am. I believe in most of them.
What is your favorite conspiracy?
Probably that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone.
We differ on this, but go ahead.
Yeah, the Warren Commission, I think, was a complete setup. I do not think he acted alone. I believe in the grassy knoll.
Mm-hmm.
I have been to the Texas School Book Depository, and it does not make sense that Oswald acted alone. That is probably my biggest conspiracy theory where most people would disagree, including you.
By the way, I have stood in that window,
Me too.
at the Texas Book Depository, and he's not very far away from JFK.
Did you believe that before or after the movie JFK?
I believed it after I went and sat in the window and walked down to the grassy knoll. That's when I thought there's no way he did it by himself.
Yeah, I always believed he did it by himself. Now, here's one that we talk about this one, but I don't think we ever put it in this context. The Denver airport is a conspiracy. You
think it's haunted?
There's a secret city underneath the Denver airport.
Cool.
And that's where if something bad happens, Everybody is going to be like that show Paradise. Everybody is going to pile into that underground city at the Denver airport, which is like 25 miles away from Denver, with the crazy horse out front and the weird art downstairs. I think there's a huge secret city underneath all that.
By the way, another one.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah.
Biggie.
Yep.
And Jim Morrison all alive.
Yeah, I think that's. And what about Elvis?
No, he died on the can.
Oh, and Princess Diana, too.
They've got an Airbnb somewhere right now. Yeah, that's a lot of people think that. A lot of people, those conspiracies. But I say watch out for that Denver airport. I don't fly to the Denver airport unless I absolutely have to because of Lucifer, the horse that killed its sculptor. All right, coming up next for you, Fast Track. M's got stuff. BC's got stuff. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
If you listen to this station, if you listen to the Laker games, you know that Toyota and the Lakers have been in business together for more than 50 years. And that's not surprising. Toyota has become such a meaningful part of the community, from local events and neighborhood celebrations to supporting teams like the Lakers that we all rally around. Toyota continues to show up wherever Southern Californians live, work, and play. As the official vehicle of the Lakers, Toyota, proud to be a part of one of the greatest tradition in sports, connecting with fans who bring the passion, pride, and that championship spirit every single year. So whether you're heading to the game, taking the family on your next adventure, or enjoying everything Southern California has to offer, Toyota is there for the journey. You don't have to take it from me. Just Google longest-lasting cars on the road. You'll see 7 of the top 10 are Toyotas, including all 5 of the top 5. Follow at Toyota SoCal and stay connected to all of the people, places, and moments that make SoCal unlike anywhere else. Toyota, we make it easy.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
I'm in the shower this morning. I'm getting myself all dolled up. I get out of the shower, I go look in the mirror, and I have got a full head of shampoo in my hair.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
I'm out of the shower, I'm dried off, and I realize I've still got all the shampoo in my hair. Does that ever happen to anybody where you're in the shower and you get out of the shower and you've still got all the shampoo in your hair? Or am I by myself on this?
You are very much by yourself.
Come on, nobody's ever had this happen?
You didn't notice that you have shampoo in your hair?
I mean, like once maybe in my life it happened.
Yeah, like maybe like a couple little bubbles that didn't wash off, but
I went away from the hair. I went into the pits. I went into the body wash. You know, I cleaned the whole freaking thing. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, I got out of the shower and I still had all the shampoo in my hair.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Do you read more about your team in the off-season than in the season? Does your game day outfit include a brown bag with eye holes? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected. Because seeing your painted face in the rearview mirror after a loss isn't just depressing. It's distracting. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
There you were, surrounded by fans, sharing wings, sharing drinks, high-fiving random strangers. Everybody remembers the game, but nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you until a few days later. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, you got a fever, your throat's on fire. So now what? Urgent care closed, ER slammed, telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You need a medical emergency kit. These are not first aid kits, everybody. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions, sinus and ear infections, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more. You can even use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care in a drugstore in your house. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. That's promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Hey guys, it's John Ireland. In all my years of covering sports, one thing is for certain. Great teams walk in with a playbook. So why face your family's future without one? Globe Life makes protecting the people you love simple. And with Globe Life, it's never been easier. You can apply for coverage online or with an agent in just minutes. No complicated strategy, just straightforward protection from a name you already trust. Get your free quote today at globelifeinsurance.com.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain mat full, and race cams.
Fast Track on Mason and Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
Zoom, man.
All right, so over the weekend, Zach Brown and his band, the Zach Brown Band, celebrated their 15th consecutive sold-out show at Fenway Park, which is incredible.
Yep.
And with that 15th show, they decided to do kind of an Oprah move. They decided to give something special to his fans, and here is the clip of Zach Brown talking about that.
Thanks to Margaritaville at Sea for sponsoring our tour this year. We've got a new music venue that's on one of their cruise ships. It's called Same Boat. The hospitality on these boats is unbelievable, y'all. So the boat launches next year. It's called the Beachcomber. And tonight we're going to do something that even Jimmy would say is crazy. I'm buying every single person here a cruise for 2 people on the boat.
Wow.
Every single person here gets a cruise for themselves and a loved one.
All right, so that is valued at more than $40 million, the largest surprise audience gift in entertainment history. I don't know who's tracking that, but it is very cool. So it got me thinking. I know, Mason, you're not a cruise person.
No,
obviously,
I'm not.
Brian is a cruise
Brian
person.
loves his
And
cruises.
John, you're not a cruise person.
I've been on one, and I feel like I've checked that box.
All right, great. So let's say we were all in the audience at Fenway Park. We were gifted this cruise to Margaritaville. Got me thinking, you guys probably wouldn't necessarily go.
Well,
I know
we'd
Brian
give
would.
it to somebody, right?
Oh, yeah. You could give it to somebody. But I'm going to give you a world in which you can't give it to somebody.
Okay.
What is a gift you could be given that is expensive that you wouldn't accept?
Now, when you say wouldn't accept, can that mean I'm going to flip it and sell it before I ever use the thing?
Sure.
Okay. It would be a very fancy car. I do not want to drive a very fancy car. It makes me very, very nervous. Like, I see people driving Maybachs. John, you know how I drive. I'm like, come on, I'm a terrible driver.
I'm very much like you. For me, it would be one of two things. A really expensive watch. I don't want it. I would be worried about losing it. I'd be worrying about getting it carjacked on the street. I do not want a Rolex. I've never had one. I don't even wear a watch anymore. That's number one. Same thing with a really expensive pair of sunglasses. The sunglasses I buy are affordable.
Yep.
I do not want a $600-700 pair of sunglasses only to see them sink to the bottom of the lake. So it'd be one of those two things.
Brian, what about you?
I have been offered some very expensive deep-sea fishing trips.
Okay.
Like 4 or 5 day trips, and I turned those down. It's, I don't know, something different about the small boats in the deep ocean I can't
I'll tell
do.
you, that's one thing I would turn down right away is a boat. I do not like boats. I don't like being on boats. I don't like being on ships. I am not in
you would
favor
like
of
our
any
boat
of
that we have here, but our boat's a pontoon
But it's not,
boat.
it's not wavy, right?
And it's a lake as opposed to the ocean.
I'm talking
Our
about
boat's
like
basically a booze cruise.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the open sea, like Odysseus had in the Odyssey, the open sea.
With the sail?
With the sail and everything,
I
and the
think
rowers.
I would not want to get like a very expensive purse, like a Birkin bag or something, one of those like $20,000 purses that, one, I think they look ugly. I'll just say that. Two, I just am super functional with the things that I bring with me, and I just wouldn't even know what to pair with a very expensive purse, you know?
Yeah, I totally get that. Expensive stuff makes me very nervous to have. Rams training camp back. ESPN LA's coverage and content presented in part by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for more reservations, or for reservations or for more information. BC, what do you got?
Fast Track.
All right, so we are in the month of August, which indicates the 8th month of the year, which brings back the 10th anniversary of the ESPN Ocho. The Ocho games coming up here.
Back.
Starts Thursday, and there's 75 consecutive hours of, ridiculous
Screwball
broadcasting.
sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of a two-parter here. So this year they're adding 23 new sports, part of their 75 hours.
Okay.
Some of the new ones are kind of funny. Wiener Dog Derby, soapbox racing, 2 goalies, all goalie hockey games. I don't really know how that one's going to go, but that one kind of sounds fun. Pumpkin toss, hacky sack. But this all started 10 years ago off of a spoof from Dodgeball, right?
Absolutely.
Right. ESPN 8, the Ocho, came from the spoof. How successful has this been, 10 years now? And what's your whole thing on the Ocho?
I always stop and watch it.
Yeah,
I always think it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't sit there glued to the TV, but some of those sports are goofy and fun.
Yeah. And by the way, Dodgeball, I don't know. Have you seen Dodgeball, Bri?
Like the movie or
the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the movie's unbelievable.
Highly underrated.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's really a classic movie.
You know what I saw last night? That I don't know if it's part of the Ocho, but it came across my TikTok feed, and it was people playing ice football.
Ice football?
So they're playing American football.
Yep.
On ice, and not with skates necessarily. They're wearing like shoes. It was so funny because they were moving so slowly. They couldn't catch anything,
right.
And I was just cracking up.
And did anyone fall through the ice?
Not through the ice. Oh no, it's at an ice rink. Sorry,
Yeah,
not like
not
on
in an open
not
lake.
in a lake.
Yeah.
So no one was in danger.
Yeah. All right. So John, I wanted to mention this. Brand new Mason Plus is out today. It features Josh Stewart, who played Antiphatis. Is that the name? Something in the Odyssey? Antiphatis?
He is on the boat with Odysseus, right?
Yeah, the king of the Lestrygonians, if you are scoring at home. He talks about he was in the horse. He was on the boat. He was the helmsman on the boat. He was in all the gripping scenes with the Cyclops, all that stuff. And he takes us inside the movie. Also, a little Lakers roundtable, John, where people are even more optimistic about the Lakers than you are. Joining me, Andy Kamenetsky, Jovan Buha, and Trevor Lane in a little Lakers roundtable that is on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
Is Jovan still predicting the Lakers are going to win 56 games?
Yes, he is.
Jeez.
Yes, he is.
I hope he's right.
I want to live in Jovan's world.
Me too.
And you can get that on the ESPN LA YouTube channel or go to Apple or Spotify. So, John, Puka Nacua is a huge LeBron James fan.
Yes, I did know that.
He was asked about LeBron leaving over the weekend. Here's what he said.
I think so, 100%. I do have a Luka Doncic jersey, so I'm here. I'm definitely not flying out to Philly to make any of those games, but I did see him out in New York, and I told him that. I mean, I know we got a lot of tight ends, and we're running 13 personnel, so if he ever wants to hang up the jersey, we got some cleats for him for sure.
There you go. LeBron and 13 personnel would make a lot of sense, although we are already loaded with 5 tight ends. Yeah, he's a LeBron fan, but he's still a Lakers fan. He's still got his Luka jersey.
Yeah, well, I hope your guys are right. Your roundtable guys are right, because I've got the Lakers at about 46 wins. I think there's going to be a little drop-off when you lose LeBron, Rui, Ayton, Kennard, Smart. I just don't know how you don't take at least a small step back. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these young guys are going to light the world on fire and go Jovan.
Yeah, go Jovan.
56 wins would be awesome.
By the way, Jovan's got 56. Trevor Lane from Lakers Nation has 54. Even Andy's got 50.
And that's where you are, right?
And that's where I have adjusted
okay.
to 50 after talking to those guys.
Okay, good.
They are very, very optimistic.
I hope you guys are right.
All right, more Fast Track coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
Sun Heung-min is on a tear.
Sun on the right foot shot and in!
Since returning from the World Cup break, Sonny has been powering LAFC's attack.
Sun makes it 4 straight with a goal since the World Cup break.
Now the black and gold turn focus to the League's Cup tournament as they take on Liga MX giant Chivas de Guadalajara. Cover starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. LAFC versus Chivas for the first time ever on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need the hire, you get the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire, and check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, vroom, vroom, man.
So there's a movie coming out this weekend called One Night Only. It stars Callum Turner, who's married to Dua Lipa, was in that movie Eternity that came out last year, and Monica Barbaro, who was in Top Gun Maverick. She's like the brunette girl in Top Gun Maverick. She was also Joan Baez in the
Complete Unknown,
the doc about
Bob Dylan.
Anyway, the plot of this movie is as such, and it's marketed as a rom-com.
Okay.
And I'm not saying anything's not in a trailer.
Okay.
But it's the one night a year the government has instituted that every 5 years ago, that there's only one night a year where single people can legally have sex. And so the movie takes place on the one night that you can legally have sex in this government world.
Okay.
And it's marketed as rom-com, meet cute, these two crazy kids getting together.
So Callum Turner and Monica Barbaro are the two?
Yes.
Okay.
My question to you is, how is this not a dystopian erotic thriller? You're telling me the government says I can only have sex one night a year? That should be like Hunger Games, dystopian. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that should be like Handmaid's Tale and all
yeah,
all
so
that
why
stuff.
is this marketed as a rom-com? And will you watch it? Or will you be interested to watch it?
Well, Emily, not surprisingly.
Is she hot?
I will be because I like Monica Barbaro. And the whole concept of one night only, Chris Morales and I will be there. But I have no idea if this movie's any good. I've heard nothing about it. I've seen no reviews. And unlike Mason, I tend to check reviews before I check out movies. So as of now, based on what you've told me about it, I'm in. Mace, how about you?
You know, I have to go see Spider-Man this weekend. I didn't see Spider-Man, so I'm probably not going to see this one.
There are more than one day in the weekend, Mason. You can see more than one movie in a weekend.
By the way, you guys don't know the answer to this. I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
Between Spider-Man and the
Odyssey.
The Odyssey. That had to be one of the biggest weekends ever.
Yeah,
right?
The Odyssey is holding up really well. John, box office is up 10% over last year and has virtually recovered to pre-pandemic levels.
Great,
which is great.
Which is great news. Yeah,
But I would say, take me to jail.
There you go.
In the one night only universe.
Callum Turner, maybe the favorite to play James Bond now.
No. I don't think anybody knows.
I think
who's
they
playing
want a
James Bond.
no name. I think that's what they're looking for.
There has been 18 billion people that have been connected to the James Bond thing, and so I don't think there are any close at all to making a decision.
Which is so weird because what are they waiting for? Amazon bought James Bond. You would think they'd be trying to crank out a movie.
I think they're deciding whether or not they want to do a series or a movie, which is terrible.
Oh, a series would be awful.
Yes.
That is a bastardization.
But could you survive in the one night only universe? If
one
you're a
night
single
only?
person?
No, I could not.
Would you get married to somebody in order
to
I
have
have
sex?
to understand more about the premise.
In other words, so you can only have sex once a year. Could you survive in that world? I could not survive in that world.
Could you, Emily, according to this rule, can you have sex more than once a year if you're married?
Yes, apparently that is if you're married. So would you get married to
I'd
somebody?
always be married. I would be married all the time.
Yeah.
Non-stop
Would you get divorced and then get married to somebody else? Get
And
divorced
you
again?
said Callum Turner is married to Dua Lipa?
Yes, in real life.
I'll take that gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll get married to Dua Lipa? Okay,
There you
done.
go.
I think Dua Lipa right now is the current it girl, meaning
she's something.
that girls want to be friends with her and guys want to date her.
She has a wonderful book club, honestly. She has really good taste in
Really?
books. So that's what I'm
Are
interested
you
in.
reading
Her
along
brain.
with her? Are you reading along with her?
I've already read a lot of the books that she's suggesting, but she has good taste.
I'm going back right now, just totally random. I'm going back and reading my 5 favorite books, rereading them.
What are you reading now?
I'm reading The Alchemist right now.
Okay.
Then I'm going to read Art of Racing in the Rain, Old Man in the Sea, Catcher in the Rye, and To Kill a Mockingbird.
Wow.
Those are the 5. I'm going to read all 5 of those. I'm in the middle of Alchemist right now.
Which is interesting because a lot of those books are books that are given to high school students, not in for English, to teach them how to read these great literary works of American authors, things like that. It's interesting because usually those books are the ones that kids hate the most.
Oh yeah,
but they shouldn't because those are great books.
Yeah, they're and by the way, you know what they all have in common? They're all kind of short.
Yes,
I love a short book.
I love a big chunky boy.
Yeah, I am with books the way John you are with movies. If I see a lot of pages, I'm like I'm out. And you read that?
Like I won't go to the Odyssey because it's too long. I'll just wait for it to come out on TV.
And you read that HBO book, which was like 1,600
yeah,
pages.
I'm reading
or
a
something
pretty
like that.
long one right now. I'm reading the Maggie Haberman book.
Oh yeah, I know that
Regime
one.
Change.
Yeah,
that's long.
Yeah,
I may never get through it.
I'm out for long books. Hey, football season back. ESPN LA and Waba Grill have got your chance to win. Tune in to DeMarco and Travis, the afternoon show this week, for the Waba Grill trivia question of the day. Win a $50 Waba Grill gift card and qualify for the VIP Game Day Experience Grand Prize Waba Grill. An LA original. BC, what do you got?
Fast track.
All right, well, speaking of the Odyssey, this one might be a little relevant.
Okay.
So, the Cleveland WNBA expansion team announced their new name for their 2028 season today, and they're going to be called the Cleveland Sirens. And this is they quote,
that's
a
a
direct
reference? Yeah.
draws inspiration from the Greek mythology creatures. But my question here is this a little recency bias of the name? You know, the Odyssey is the hit movie right now, and they go with a name like that. But in 2 years is when the team's actually going to be, taking the court.
Well, it is a 3,000-year-old poem.
Right. But, I mean, so you're a fan of the name just in general?
I don't hate
Sirens, I think, is actually kind of cool. I mean,
it's kind of a double entendre that, you've heard a group of attractive women referred to as sirens.
Yep.
And now that's the name of a WNBA team. It makes sense to me.
I think so, too. And, you could have one of those rotating, like a police car light for siren. I think that would work, too.
Yeah, there goes the Cleveland Sirens.
Sirens, exactly. I like it. I think it's good. I'm looking at their logo, too. I think it's a cool-looking logo. And, yes, the Sirens, we won't. But they're in the Odyssey.
You can spoil the Odyssey, Mason.
Can I?
Yes, you can spoil the Odyssey.
You just said it's a 3,000-year-old poem.
It is the Sirens.
And then people have had 3 weeks to watch it.
Yeah, the Sirens never make a full appearance.
No, they're there. You see them on the
you
rocks.
see them far away, but
Yes.
mostly it's just Matt Damon going.
But they're still topless. You still get to see that.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
All right, John. The Angels made all kinds of moves yesterday. Did you see that? They spun off all kinds of players.
Not only did I see it, but I have an opinion on it that is going to surprise you.
Okay.
Do you want me to give it to you now or hold it?
Why don't you hold it? And that's an excellent tease, John. We will do that. Coming up next, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
Rams General Manager Les Snead joining us here on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. How do you feel about this training camp, this roster, what you guys have put together this year? It's a good roster. Now the hope is let's stay healthy. Let's not run into adversity, knowing that around the corner there'll be some. But right now on the flip card, it's a nice flip card. Now,
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Welcome to Milagro Tequila, where the sun shines, good times roll, and tequila pours. Take a sip of sunshine this summer with Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Shake up fresh margaritas with Milagro Silver. Mix the perfect paloma with Milagro Reposado, or enjoy the rich, smooth taste of Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Find Milagro at your favorite retailer, in-store, and online. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace.
And I am Ireland.
You already know how to count. You already know who to call. Simple counting pattern that lands on Jacob every time. 800-345-6789.
So basically, if you can count to 9, you can count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Do you read more about your team in the off-season than in the season? Does your game day outfit include a brown bag with eye holes? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected. Because seeing your painted face in the rearview mirror after a loss isn't just depressing. It's distracting. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
The biggest show on the radio.
Simmer down. Just simmer down.
Turn the temperature down a
Did
little.
everybody's mom say simmer down?
I
That
will
was like a
say
common thing in my
that would
house.
never work on me. To tell me to chill out.
Oh, simmer down, Em.
Mason and Ireland on 710. Back to the guys.
It's Louis Armstrong's birthday today.
Wow.
And this was my parents' first dance.
Oh, that's nice.
No kidding.
Yeah. I think it's a nice first dance.
Yeah. You know, I like, not to take anything away from Louis Armstrong, but I like when that mixes this song he mixes What a Wonderful World and Somewhere Over the Rainbow. You ever hear that?
No.
You've never heard that?
No.
Where it's, I think
it's a
you probably
mashup?
have. It's a mashup of Over the Rainbow and this song.
And who does it?
A guy named Iz. He's a Hawaiian guy.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think they're digging it up right now. In the meantime, you had a take on the Angels and what they did yesterday.
I do. What the Angels did yesterday they should have done 5 years ago. I know a lot of Angel fans are bummed out that Joe Adell has been shipped off. Zach Neto stayed.
Yeah, Zach Neto stayed.
Which was weird. But they traded a bunch of other guys. And it's John, how do you pronounce the guy from St. Louis that's running them now?
John Mozeliak. By the way, and that's a guess. Mozeliak, I'm not sure.
Mozeliak is doing something that, for whatever reason, the Angels always refuse to do. They just hung on to the losers on their roster, and they have lost for, I think it's 12 years in a row now, 12 consecutive losing seasons. They had a very good day. They traded all their good players to restock their farm system, and hopefully this will break them out of that spell. I know a lot of Angel fans are disappointed that Joe Adell got traded and that some of these other dudes got traded. Jose Soriano got traded, right?
Right.
But I think the Angels needed to do it. What do you think?
So I think they absolutely did. I think maybe finally there's somebody that Artie Moreno will listen to, because John Mozeliak's got a very strong track record. He was with St. Louis for years. I think they acquired 2 starters, ultimately starters. The shortstop is only 19. His name is Namala. And the other guy is Moises Balestros, who is a catcher with the Cubs. He's only 22 years old, spent time with the Cubs this year. I think they're doing exactly the right thing. Clear the decks, bring in the young guys, try to build something.
I would have traded Trout and Neto, too. Trout has a no trade, and I've been told by a couple of people there he just doesn't want to be traded. So that may have been a non-starter, but I would have traded Neto, too.
Yeah, I would have, too. But I think the Trout thing is interesting because I don't even know if they went to him and said, do you want to be traded?
Apparently they have, and he said no.
Is that true?
I don't have it cold, but I've been told by 2 people I trust that that's what happened.
Is one of them the Ping?
No. Ping says it did. Ping, now that he's nailed Skubal, Ping is he's a prognosticator. Ping.
Yes, he is. We're going to get the Ping on, right?
Sure.
Let him celebrate.
Yeah, here, I'll send you his number right now. You can track him down.
I made the case yesterday, though, that it's in the Angels' best interest. If you're not competing for anything, it's just let this great player finish off his career with you. Like, it's better for Angels fans to have Mike Trout on their team, to have somebody to come up and show up for, that Mike Trout is a great player who could spend his entire career with you guys, than to get prospects that probably wouldn't even hit on.
Well, you just don't know if they're going to hit on.
Sure, we don't know, but what you do know if you keep Mike Trout is that a Hall of Famer spent his entire career with you.
I agree. I agree. Now, I'll say this.
He's played in 3 playoff games, and lost all 3.
I'm not saying that Mike Trout shouldn't ask to be traded. I think he should ask to be traded, and if he does ask, they should trade him. But if you're the Angels, and you're, again, you might not get a lot back from him right now. I know he has an all-star season, but he's also old. He is very expensive, all that stuff. I think if you're the Angels, it is in your best interest to keep him because of giving that to your fans, letting him see this. If Mike Trout wanted out, he would have been gone by now. And 2, then yes, they should trade him, but he hasn't asked.
And by the way, in the one team that you think he would approve a trade to, the Phillies that's a spot where he would have contributed immediately. They need an outfielder there, and that's a pretty good team.
And a team that is going to make the playoffs, could go far in the playoffs for all we know. But that's not Mike Trout's MO. So if you're the Angels, there's no use of trading him because it's going to serve your fans to keep him and have him spend his entire career with them.
Just put him on every billboard, great seats, great prices, and move along.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you guys, what's your prediction for what Tarek Skubal's going to do tonight? 5 o'clock, first start as a Dodger.
Oh, by the way, did you see that picture I sent you guys?
Oh, yeah, the picture of Wrigleyville.
Well, yeah, that's interesting. Explain that, Em.
All right, so I saw this being posted around. It was I saw it, though, on John Boy. And it's a bar in Chicago, and the marquee outside the bar says this: Cubbies ruin Skubal's overpaid debut at 7:05. So they're putting it out there. They're calling their shots that they're gonna, bomb Tarek Skubal. Well, I hope that he just has a no-hitter. He's gonna have a no-hitter tonight. That's my prediction.
That's your prediction, a no-hitter.
Well, the Dodgers have played terrible lately. They've lost 4 games in a row. They keep doing stupid stuff. Hopefully, they won't do it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it,
I don't know who's playing catcher tonight.
He's given
Will they throw Rortvedt in there right away like that?
Rortvedt is going to be the catcher. I saw the lineup, and Rortvedt is catching, and Ohtani is the DH position.
By the way, in his last 24 innings, Skubal has given up 4 runs. So he's been
I'm excited to watch him.
I am too. I am really excited. God, how much fun is the postseason going to be this year? Man, oh, man. And you got the Dodgers, you got the Rams are rolling. You got the Lakers coming in with a whole new group. I think this is a golden time. I was thinking about it yesterday when we were with Sean McVay, who, for me, is the best coach in the NFL. What a golden era this is, from Dave Roberts to honestly, J.J. Redick, I think, is a tremendous coach. Sean, obviously, a championship coach. Every star comes to L.A. It really is an amazing time to be a Los Angeles sports fan.
It is, but like I told you before, it's weird to me that we have now set up the Dodgers and the Rams as win it or the season's a failure. I hope fans enjoy the ride.
But is that not every fan? You say that's different from every fan base. I mean, don't you think the Lakers have that attitude every year, championship or bust? Anything short of a championship is unacceptable.
If the Lakers won a championship this year, I think the city would go bananas.
Sure.
I don't think anyone expects it. Do you?
But if they don't win the championship, is the season a success?
Depends. Do they win 56 games like Jovan said? Do they make it to the Conference Finals? Which would mean they would knock off either the Spurs or the Thunder? Yeah, I would say that's a success. You wouldn't?
I personally would, because I think the Lakers are in a building period, and I don't think they've got all the pieces that they need.
But that's different from you, John, because I feel like ever since I've lived here, past 5 years, I've been told that for Lakers, anything less than a championship is a failure because of what they're striving
when Kobe
for.
was here, he was the one leading that. I think now that LeBron has left, if the Lakers were to make it to the conference finals and knock off either San Antonio or Oklahoma City on the way, but then they lose, and I would write that off as a gigantic success. Gigantic, not even small, like gigantic. Because then I would pick them to win it the next year.
Well, and let's get real. The odds are against the Dodgers, and the odds are against the Rams.
And way against the Lakers.
So you do have to mentally view this kind of grading on the curve. Like,
right.
If the Rams get all the way to the NFC Championship game this year.
Failure. They're an overwhelming favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Everything,
Not just get there. Same thing with the Dodgers. If the Dodgers even make it to the World Series and lose, they're going to consider a lost season, that they failed. They're all about trying to win 3 in a row. All their eggs are in that basket. Same with the Rams. The Rams now, if they get Aaron Donald back, and they went out and got Myles Garrett, and you have Matthew Stafford coming off an MVP season, if they were to make it to the Super Bowl and lose, I know you'd be devastated.
I would be devastated. I was at a Super Bowl in Atlanta.
I would argue
2018
that
Super Bowl. It was terrible.
I would argue that that's a successful season, but I would be shouted down by Rams fans.
Are the only two options success or failure? Can it not be somewhere in between?
Well, I'm saying for the Lakers, it is somewhere in between this year.
Because I think for the Rams, if they make it to the NFC Championship game and lose again like they did last year, I don't consider that a failure, but I wouldn't say it's an overwhelming success. You're at the same point as you were last year. I don't think it's a failure.
Well, how about if I say, instead of using the word failure, I say it's a massive disappointment?
Well, that I think is absolutely true. It would be disappointing for sure.
But if the Lakers made it to the conference finals, it would be a tremendous success.
Because it's an expectations game.
Exactly.
Though nobody expects the Lakers to be great.
100%.
Right
and
now.
That's why I hope Dodger fans and Ram fans enjoy the right. Mace, you're going to get 18 great games or 17 great games.
No, I mean, I'm really, really excited about it. By the way, if you want to know, the Rams are, on the betting markets, have a 16% chance of winning the Super Bowl. Buffalo is second. Seattle is third.
Wait, think about that for a second. That means there's an 84% chance they don't win it.
Feels about right. About right. Betting odds, Dodgers heavy favorites, 39.3%, which is about where we're thinking.
Which means 61% chance they don't win.
Yeah, I mean, we got to brace ourselves for that. But the word disappointment is I will be very disappointed, obviously, if the Dodgers lose or if the Rams lose before winning championships.
Here's another example. If UCLA, if the Ches catches lightning in a bottle, and UCLA finishes top 3 in the Big Ten, As a UCLA fan, I will be elated. They're picked to finish 12th.
Again, expectations.
Right.
Yeah, like UVA last year, they lost in the ACC championship game. Sure, was I disappointed in that game that they lost to Duke? Sure. But that season was an overwhelming success. They got to the ACC championship game, and they had a great season. And I was disappointed in the final result of that game, but I wasn't saying it was a failure of a season.
Right. I think the level of disappointment is correlated by the expectations you have for the team.
Right. And what kind of woke me up a little bit is when we had Stan Kasten on the show.
Yeah.
And I said, Stan, what's your confidence level that you win 3 World Series in a row? And he said, my confidence is not high at all. He goes, it's incredibly hard to do. Some other team's probably going to win it. But he said, we're going to exhaust every attempt to try and do it. We're not running from it. We're going to try and do it.
To that point, I heard Buster Olney today talking about the Dodgers and the ruining baseball thing and all that stuff. And he basically is saying what we're saying.
Generally speaking, in this era, there's so many teams that are just focused on efficiency, right? They've got their models. They don't like to deviate from them. And the Dodgers are willing to pay more than other teams, in part because they have more resources than other teams, but also they've done a phenomenal job, as just talked about earlier in the hour, of developing players in their market. And let's be real about this, too. They want to win more than other teams. I was talking with an executive yesterday. He said, look, in this era, you don't hear a lot of teams talking about winning. They talk about collecting prospects. And the Dodgers, every year, they focus on winning.
Focus on winning, but
I had conversations with players at the All-Star game asking them, what's going to take to beat the Dodgers? And to a man, they talked about, yes, they're absolutely a great team, but they all cited the World Series last year. Toronto Blue Jays came within 1 run, came within 2 outs of beating the Dodgers in the World Series. And look, they have a phenomenal rotation, but there are questions about their catching, about Mookie Betts, about Kyle Tucker, and Greeny, it's baseball. Anything can happen. You can bet the Cubs, Brewers, Red Sox, Yankees would like to take their puncher's chance.
Yeah, baseball is really the ultimate anything can happen sport.
Right. But, I mean, you could say it about any sport.
Well, I would argue that in the NBA, generally speaking, the best team does win 4 of 7.
Yeah, but Mace, find me one person anywhere in the world that picked the Knicks to win the title last year.
I had them going to the finals, but I did not have them winning.
Not even Ben had them winning.
No, not Ben. Yeah, I know. Surprising stuff happens.
So it can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Weird stuff is out there.
I see the great Jacob Imrani in the next room. We're going to do a little game.
Jacob won last week.
Yes, he did.
And he's got a shot again today. It's my game. He's got a shot.
Excellent. We will do some game of games coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, Mace.
Yeah.
Earlier I mentioned that Tom Gibson and Blue Ice signed up with us at least through the Super Bowl,
yes.
Hopefully longer, but at least through the Super Bowl. And when I mentioned that earlier, I got a 1-line text from Tom Gibson. He wrote, of course I signed up through the Super Bowl. I want to be there when the Rams run the table.
Let's go, Tom!
So Blue Ice Vodka is the largest American potato vodka, and it's rated double gold. It's also one of the lowest calorie vodkas on the market. Gluten-free, non-GMO, crafted to elevate every sip. Their classic potato vodka is just 64 calories per ounce. What Tom has taught me, and he's taught me everything I know about vodka, is that most vodkas that you've ever had in your life are made from corn. Blue Ice is made from potatoes, and they have 3 different flavors. Their classic potato vodka, huckleberry, or double espresso. All 3 of them, once you try them, you'll be hooked. When Blue Ice says vodka with standards, they mean it. No additives, no artificial flavors, no hidden sugars, just clean, premium vodka. I get mine at Ralph's, but you can buy it anywhere vodka is sold. Just shake over ice and pour. Blue Ice Vodka, clean, American-made. Vodka with standards. Blue Ice.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Yeah.
When's the last time you played beach volleyball?
Oh, it's been forever. It's been years and years and years.
Right in.
Yeah, but I'm an athlete.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
I'm an athlete, and I would get out there, and I would be, believe me when I tell you this right now, you wouldn't even know that I hadn't played. I just would have fit right in. Maybe I never touched the ball, But, I mean, I would have just fit right in. It's like if you put me in a Major League Baseball game and you stuck me in right field and no balls come out to right field, and then I come up to bat and I take 3 swings and I strike out, how different do I look? Guys do that all the time. I could fit right in with you and your friends playing volleyball.
And you know what? Some of those friends know you. You would have fit right in.
You don't think so, Punch? No. What do you mean, no?
No. He was mumbling again. I know.
I was laughing at the thought of you trying to play beach volleyball.
But why so?
These guys, he's playing with like professional athletes.
Well, this guy played college volleyball.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, did you see that Morongo's giving away a Mustang GT Fastback? I've always wanted a vroom with a view. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a 2026 Mustang GT Fastback. Earn entries now, and you could drive off a winner the 31st.
Number 2.
A lighted makeup box is yours when you earn 500 points on your rewards card the 11th.
And the number 1 reason.
Walker Hayes on the 22nd. Buy tickets now.
Morongo, good times.
Sun Heung-min is on a tear.
Sun on the right foot shot, and in!
Since returning from the World Cup break, Sonny has been powering LAFC's attack.
Sun makes it 4 straight with a goal since the World Cup break.
Now the black and gold turn focus to the League's Cup tournament as they take on Liga MX giant Chivas de Guadalajara. Coverage starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. LAFC versus Chivas for the first time ever on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Harry Douglas here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-hour energy shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of that guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's delicious, portable, zero sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on the summer with Firework Freeze 5-hour energy shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com and on Amazon.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani.
Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Jacob and I have a full insider conversation about the Rams and the Lakers and all that stuff. We'll do that on the air coming up. In the meantime, John Ireland's game today. Jono, what do you got?
All right, so as we all know, the Major League Baseball trade deadline was this week. It ended yesterday, and it got me to thinking, which players have played for the most teams in their careers? So this is a game about players who have been traded, signed, released, you name it. All right. 4 players: Brian Cohen, Emily Hebel, Steve Mason, and Jacob Emrani.
Hi,
Here
John.
it is. Hello,
Oh, by the
Jacob.
way, Jacob.
Go ahead, Mace.
He's going to no. Jacob's here. Your game.
Okay. Former Dodgers pitcher Rich Hill played for how many different major league teams? A10, B12, C14. Brian, 10, 12, or 14?
14.
Emily.
14.
Mace.
I'm going to go 14 as well.
Jacob.
I'm going to go with 12.
You should have gone with the crowd, Jacob. 14 was the
That's
answer.
Unbelievable.
But
he played
Jacob
for
is
14
now
teams.
the only one available for
Lucky
Lucky
loser.
That's it. Let's do it.
Emily, former Laker and current Clippers broadcaster Jim Jackson played for how many different NBA teams? A10, B12, C14. 10, 12, or 14 for Jim Jackson, Em?
10.
Mace.
10.
Jacob.
14.
Brian.
12.
12 is the correct answer,
Oh.
and Brian, on the day before his honeymoon, is up with 2 points. All right, Mace, this one to you.
Okay.
Hall of Famer Gaylord Perry played for 9 different teams in his career and was famous for throwing a spitball.
Yep.
He even wrote a book about it. What was that book called? A, Spitballer. B, Holy Spit. C, Me and the Spitter. Spitballer, Holy Spit, or Me and the Spitter? Mace.
I will go with Me and the Spitter.
Jacob.
Holy Spit.
Brian.
Holy Spit.
Emily.
Spitballer.
Mace got it, and I have a feeling, Mace,
I
you
did
knew.
know it, yeah.
Did you read it?
I did not read the book, but I do remember when it came out. Yeah.
Okay. Brian 2, Mace 2, Emily 1, and Jacob still alive.
Still alive, Jacob.
For lucky loser.
Let's
and
do
Jacob,
it.
you start.
All right.
Hall of Fame hockey star Jaromir Jagr is 4th all-time in goals scored in league history behind Alex Ovechkin, Wayne Gretzky, and Gordie Howe. But Jagr played for several different teams. How many teams did Jaromir Jagr play for? A5, B7, or C9? Jacob, 5, 7, or 9?
9.
Brian.
7.
Emily.
5.
Mace.
5.
The answer is 9, and Jacob Emrani is on the board. But no, Jacob, you're only one
You're
off
only
the
one
lead.
back.
I know, but I was trying.
Trying for lucky loser. It's
Brian
hard.
2, Mace 2, Emily 1, Jacob 1, BC, back to you. One NFL player played for a record 14 different NFL teams, including regular season, practice squad, and off-season rosters. He's the only one ever to play for 14. Who is that player? A, Josh Johnson, B, Josh McCown, or C, Case Keenum? Johnson, McCown, or Keenum? Brian.
Josh McCown.
Emily.
Josh Johnson.
Mace.
Josh Johnson.
Jacob.
Josh Johnson.
Jack Johnson is the correct answer. Man, that guy's weird. So now Mace has 3, and everyone else has 2. All right, Emily, this one to you. Former NFL quarterback and current Amazon host Ryan Fitzpatrick played for how many teams in his NFL career? A7, B9, or C11? M7, 9, or 11?
9.
Mace.
I'm on 9 also.
Jacob.
I'm going to go with 7.
Brian.
Also 7.
The answer is 9, and Mace has a substantial lead.
Yes.
Mason 4, Emily 3, Brian 2, Jacob 2. I'll start making Mace go first.
All right.
Let's see how many are left.
Bring
1,
it on.
2, 3, and a tiebreaker left. Mace.
Ooh, okay.
All right, here we go. True or false? Even though he played the first 10 years of his career in Minnesota, Adrian Peterson bounced around after that and ended up playing for 5 total NFL teams. Mace, true or false, did Adrian Peterson play for 5 total NFL teams?
I will say true.
All right, Emily.
False.
Brian.
False.
Jacob.
False.
The correct answer is false. He played for 7 different teams.
Wow.
Minnesota, New Orleans, Washington, Arizona, Detroit, Tennessee, and Seattle. And that has tightened up this game considerably.
The end of these careers.
Yeah.
Man, they just keep
Emily
bouncing.
4, Mace 4,
Oh.
Jacob 3, Brian 3. All right, Jacob and Brian, you don't have to go opposite yet, but there's only 2 questions left. Emily. Former Laker and current Cavs guard Dennis Schroeder has played for how many teams in his career? A7, B9, C11. 7, 9, or 11, Emily.
7.
Mace.
I know he did not sign one big contract that he had an opportunity to sign. I will
Correct.
say 9.
Okay, Jacob.
I will go with
7, 9, or 11.
I will go with 7.
Brian.
9.
Oh, Jacob and Brian, it was right there for you. The answer is 11. Nobody got it.
Nobody got it.
Which means Emily and Mace are tied.
Yep.
This is the last one.
Okay.
So, Brian and Jacob, you have to go opposite of Emily and Mace. Here we go. I mentioned earlier that Rich Hill played for 14 different Major League Baseball teams. That is tied for the most ever with one other player. Who is that player? Mace, this is going to you.
Okay.
A. Edwin Jackson, B. Octavio Dotel, C. Ricky Henderson. Jackson, Dotel, or Henderson, Mace?
I will go Henderson.
Okay. Emily.
I'm going to follow him, Henderson.
Okay. Brian and Jacob, you have to go opposite, and I will tell you that they have both missed.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm
So
kidding.
it's either Emily and Brian, or I'm sorry, Jacob and Brian, Edwin Jackson, or Octavio Dotel. Jacob, which one you want to go with?
Octavio Dotel.
Brian?
Edwin Jackson.
Edwin Jackson is the correct answer. Jacob, you had it.
50%, and I missed it.
Right. So it's a three-way tie between Brian,
Oh,
Emily,
boy.
and Mace.
Here we go.
And here comes the tiebreaker.
All right.
If you combine the number of NFL teams with the number of Major League Baseball teams that Deion Sanders played for in his career, so add up all his NFL teams with all of his MLB teams, what total number do you get? So Deion played in the NFL and he played in Major League Baseball. How many total teams did Deion play for professionally? Don't tell me, Brian, but do you have a number?
Yes.
Emily, do you have a number?
Yes.
Mace, do you have a number?
Yes.
Em, what'd you write down?
9.
Mace, what'd you write down?
9.
Brian, what'd you write down?
6.
Okay. The answer is 9, but I came prepared. I have a second tiebreaker.
Oh, wow.
All right, so Brian is out. Emily and Mace hit it on the number. By the way, it was Atlanta, San Francisco, Dallas, Washington, and Baltimore in the NFL. So Falcons, Niners, Cowboys, back then the Redskins and the Ravens.
Right.
And in Major League Baseball, Braves, Yankees, Reds, Giants for a total of 9. All right?
Double tiebreaker.
Emily and Mace, the double tiebreaker. I mentioned Deion played for 5 different NFL teams. How many career interceptions did Deion Sanders have? For those 5 teams, Falcons, Niners, Cowboys, Redskins, Ravens, how many total career interceptions did Deion have? Em, do you have a number?
Yes.
Mace, do you have a number?
Yes.
Mace, what'd you write down?
41.
Em, what'd you write down?
I wrote down 40.
Okay, we have a winner.
Oh, wow.
And
Hey,
that
Mason.
winner is Steve Mason.
Yeah,
The
Price is
answer
Right
is
rules.
53.
Wow.
Wow, we were so honored. Em and I were like,
You won my Price is Right rules.
Well, no,
nonetheless.
Emily, if you would have guessed 42, you would have won.
I know. I'm upset about it.
Yeah, she's bitter. Nice. I'm excited about that.
So, by the way, Jacob, before we let you go, I was saying earlier that I think in the case, you're a fan of all 3 of these teams. So I think in the case of the Dodgers and the Rams, anything short of a championship this season because of their rosters would be a massive disappointment. But the Lakers, because they're going through a rebuild and LeBron left, I think if the Lakers made it to the conference finals, which would mean they either beat OKC or San Antonio, but then came up short, but they made it to the conference finals, that would be a massive success. Do you agree or disagree with that statement?
No, I agree right on. I mean, I think right now for the Dodgers and the Rams, anything less than a ring is not only a disappointment, a major disappointment.
Right.
I think in terms of the Lakers, we're all just very curious to see where all these statistics from the new people, that are making decisions right now as part of the management team that brought these players together, what that's going to result in. So we're all very curious. But when it comes down to the Dodgers and the Rams, I mean, that is a proven group that's there. We got to win it all.
Ireland, you know what Jacob did earlier today?
What's that?
He was involved in a shopping spree for kids for school. Describe exactly what, because it was with the Rams, right?
Correct. So it was basically the Call Jacob Back to School event. We held an event at the Walmart, and this was obviously with the amazing Rams. And what we did is we brought 61 kids from the LAUSD, and they came with their parents, and each of them.
What a great idea.
Yeah, each of them got, $200 in order to go through
Oh my
a
gosh,
shopping
Jacob,
spree.
you're like Shaquille O'Neal. This is what Shaq used to do.
I tell you, it's just amazing. We usually do this during Christmas, and we know how that makes people happy. But, I have kids. My kids are still going to school. I know my wife goes to start buying stuff, for the kids getting ready for school.
Yeah,
This is
about
expensive.
that time, yeah.
Yeah, and these families were there, and these people were just so happy. The kids were happy. A lot of them don't have, any means in order to buy even the bare necessities.
Boy,
but
that's a perfect store too, Jacob, because you literally could get everything you need there. There is there's a Walmart superstore here in Idaho where I am, and they have everything from groceries to clothes to you can buy a jet ski in that place.
And and the amazing thing, John, about this that I was telling Mace right before we got on is that what amazed me is that these kids are there being given this amount of money to go out there and buy stuff. And you would think they're going to go crazy getting stuff for themselves. But at least 3 different kids that I walked around with to do shopping each said, I need to buy something for my brother and my sister as well. And it's just incredible having kids that are that young thinking about their siblings and not being selfish. I mean, that makes me feel good about what we got coming up in this world.
When we talk about you, Jacob, I always like to say when we're doing a read for you, we always say you're part of the community. This is like a really good example of that. You're at the games, you're helping kids. I mean, honestly, I don't know why would you not call Jacob when you need him? This is just a really good guy, a friend of ours. Why would you not call him?
Appreciate that.
The number is easy, 800-345-6789. If you need Jacob, he's the guy.
Mace, I know we're up against it, but I don't want to end the show without wishing Brian Cohen a very happy honeymoon.
Happy honeymoon.
Thank you.
BC leaves us tomorrow morning. What time are you on the road tomorrow?
Flight's at 9:30.
All right.
Okay, so have a great trip. When will we hear from you again? When are you back in the chair?
Monday the 17th.
Okay.
All right, man. Have a great trip.
Yeah, have fun, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
send us
it.
some pictures, man. Can't wait to hear about it.
Really cool. All right, Jacob, great seeing you.
Thank you.
Coming up next, Super Crosstalk, Nason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Sun Heung-min is on a tear.
Sun on the right foot shot, and in!
Since returning from the World Cup break, Sonny has been powering LAFC's attack.
Sun makes it 4 straight with a goal since the World Cup break.
Now the black and gold turn focus to the League's Cup tournament as they take on Liga MX giant Chivas de Guadalajara. Cover starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. LAFC versus Chivas for the first time ever on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. Football season is back, and ESPN LA and Waba Grill have your chance to win. Tune in to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show this week for the Waba Grill Trivia Question of the Day. Be caller number 7 with the correct answer, and you'll score a $50 Waba Grill gift card. Every daily winner is automatically entered into Friday's random drawing for an unforgettable VIP game day experience. Listen all week on ESPN LA. Waba Grill, an LA original.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Los Angeles, your Rams have reloaded, and they're ready to kick off their 2026 campaign. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett joins reigning MVP Matthew Stafford to lead the Rams into massive matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, and more. To experience every matchup live and enjoy home playoff ticket access, plus interest-free monthly payment plans and stadium event pre-sale access, visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Get your Rams season tickets today.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
I'll tell you what, I cannot wait for this. Travis Rogers is going to be on the TV, John.
Yes.
He is a television star. He's going to be on Channel 7.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And Travis, what do you talk about?
Tarek Skubal.
Good subject.
Yes,
huh?
yes. They reached out and they came in and we shot a little segment.
Oh, they came in.
They came in.
Who was the report? Was it Rob Fukuzaki?
It was not Rob. It was a young
probably
lady.
a PA.
No, it was so. Honestly, it's literally her first day on the job
Is
here in
it
LA.
really?
And she's a reporter?
She's a reporter. She's a sports reporter. She just got here from Boston. If I stop thinking about it, her name will pop into my head. But
Right.
this is literally her first day on the air on Channel 7.
Oh, that's
so
very
she's
cool.
working with the great Kurt Sandoval.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Okay.
And it's her first day, and she's working with the great Travis Rogers.
Yeah, well, you know,
just
they
like
to
that.
ease it in.
Just like
So,
that.
Trav, what are your expectations for tonight at 5 o'clock when Tarek Skubal takes the ball as a Dodger for the first time?
I think he's going to be great. He's great almost every time he takes the ball, so I don't think this should be any different. I'm sure there's probably a little bit of nerves, but in the best possible way. I heard Oral talking about this, and I completely agree with this, that I think the best part about him, other than the fact that he's just a great pitcher, is that he's incredibly competitive, and he has not been cowed by a big moment in his entire career. Like he steps up, he delivers in the biggest moments in the playoffs. We've seen him the last season. He pitched opening day at Dodger Stadium, and when the Dodgers were defending their first title,
That's right.
And he was fantastic. So I expect him to be fantastic, John. I expect as long as he's healthy and the ball comes out of his hand and looks the way that it's supposed to look, I think he's going to fit right in. I think there's going to be very little adjustment period.
So, one of the questions that's bouncing around today is, well, two things. One, why did they trade him so early?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of days before the trade deadline,
Mhm.
instead of taking it right to the brink. And did they get enough? They say yes. They say, this is Scott Harris, president of baseball operations for the Tigers. We came into this very well prepared. We came into this with a firm idea of the type of deal we wanted. We had a deep understanding of what every organization had to offer. We laid down all the offers in front of us, and we chose one. I'm very confident that we absolutely maximized the return we could get for Tarek Skubal. Do you believe this was the very best offer he could have gotten?
I was telling DeMarco this when we were getting ready to do the show. If you have to defend the trade you made for a week after you made it, you made a bad trade.
Although, can you trade Tarek Skubal without being put in a defensive position?
Probably not. But I think that even when it was immediately done and everybody saw what the Dodgers gave up, it was wait, that's it? And it wasn't like you saw Emmett Sheehan or Justin Robleski,
Right.
like a proven major leaguer. River Ryan's 28 years old.
Yeah.
Like
is he 28? I didn't realize
he
that.
turns
Wow.
28 in a few weeks. Like
Damn.
he's nearly 28 years old. Zaire Hope is a nice minor league player, but far from a guarantee to be a major league
He's
star.
a top 15 prospect.
And Brady Smith is 0-10 in his professional baseball career with an ERA of about 5.
I want that 0-10 guy.
So it's a really weird that the other two teams that seem to be in on it, Milwaukee and Tampa, both much like the Dodgers, have deep minor league systems. Zaire Hope was the 4th highest rated outfield prospect that the Dodgers have. So when you got to defend the trade from the moment you made it, and I do think the idea of, waiting until the last minute is kind of interesting. I'm sure that, he probably went around and said, make me your last and final offer, or at least I hope he did. But, yeah, I think that when you have to defend your trade for 4 or 5 days, you made a bad trade.
All right, so DeMarco, the question we've been throwing around for the last hour or so, and Mason and I tackled it, and we just threw it at Jacob. So now I'm going to throw it at you. I think, personally, that if the Dodgers or the Rams don't both win titles this year, it'll be a massive disappointment. But if the Lakers make it to the Western Conference Finals, which means they beat either San Antonio or Oklahoma City, but then they lose. They don't make it to the finals this year. I think that's a massive success. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh, yeah, you have to, because where's the expectation for the Lakers right now?
We don't know.
Yeah, it's some people
Pretty
say
low.
47 wins, some people go as high as 56 wins,
Yeah.
but we have no idea. We haven't seen it on the floor. We don't know these guys.
I think
well.
in LA right now, the Dodgers have the most expectation in LA.
More than the Rams.
Followed closely by the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you. If the Rams don't win it all this year, then it would be a big fat disappointment. Dodgers, I guess that would be a big shock, especially after Skubal.
Although, the odds are against both of them winning.
Of course they
are.
are.
The odds are, if the Rams, I think somebody said they've got a 13% chance to win it all. The Dodgers have about a 30% chance to win it all.
Which in baseball is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That means 70% against. That means 87% against the Rams winning. It's really, really difficult. But, I think the Aaron Donald piece of it, and, I came away from camp yesterday thinking that he's absolutely coming back.
You think so?
Oh, he's absolutely
because of
coming
McVay.
back. Yeah. I feel
because of everybody.
McVay is trying to will him back out there.
He is.
Yeah, he really is. He's
Yeah.
Because usually he'd shut that down by now.
Yeah, but if you think
not
about
only has he not shut it down, he's entertained it.
He's
He's
really
encouraging it.
Right.
He's
He's done nothing to dispel it at all.
Yeah, he talked about tentative timelines, stuff like that yesterday. Won't be till they get out of this camp.
Was it you guys or was it with us when he was talking about he's getting his legs in shape? Like being able to take on double teams and all that sort of stuff. So that's like the last hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
does he do that in the gym? You do that at practice?
You need people for that.
Yeah.
You need people to hit you and drive you backwards. You can't get it from a sled. You need humans. So he's getting close.
So, Trev, question for you. You hosted the Orange County
Sports Awards.
And, again, the reviews were spectacular.
So I heard.
Really, really amazing stuff. I'm hosting and emceeing an event tonight.
Yes.
For the retirement of the great Javier Cano, who has been running the Ritz and the JW for years here. Big wheel at Marriott, all that stuff. Any advice? Do you have a joke? Can I do a joke? Do you have any ideas?
I don't have an idea for a joke off the top of my head, but as my
because you're such a funny guy.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. As my good friend John Ireland likes to say, keep it moving.
That's what I'm going to do.
Amen.
I am going to
keep it moving.
Keep the trains on time is what I'm going to do.
Yes.
Exactly.
No one ever said, I wish that guy would have talked longer.
Introduce that guy, show a video. Thanks very much, everybody. Yeah. But it's a nice night for him, and he
That's
really
great.
is a huge part of the success down here at LA Live. What do you guys got cooking today?
Skubal's going to come on.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, about 2 hours into our show, so we'll get to talk about that.
Are you going to simulcast? Channel 7?
do a little.
Bring
little
it
bit.
up live when you see
Oh,
it.
yeah, great.
Bring it up live.
See, producer over here.
Yeah, there you go.
Producer over here.
That is a great, great bit.
We got that. We're going to simulcast Channel 7 at some point during the 4 o'clock hour.
Excellent.
Big mug.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
And we'll try to get through lit.
Oh,
that's right.
We had 1 hour with him. Never saw him again.
Really?
Ireland chased him off.
How'd
He
you
said,
do that?
Well, maybe-
John,
What did you do?
how did you do that?
He said he was going to lunch with Sam Pines at 1 o'clock, and he thought he might get fired. Maybe
hasn't
he
come
did.
back.
Maybe he did. Maybe Sam gave
wow.
him the axe.
I have seen him, so I don't know if that happened, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him there's no way Sam would fire him because then there would be no more Morales morning show.
Yeah, you can't fire the Morales Morning Show.
I mean, he is the morning show now.
he's on it a lot.
All right, coming up next for you is DeMarco and Travis. Me and Ireland back tomorrow at noon, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710.